to the Dangerville Podcast.
Like we always do about this time.
The greatest show of all time.
Clack to clack. What are you guys talking about? Profile pictures?
Yeah.
Has anybody seen? I'm getting no love on my profile picture right now. My deep.
Do you rock
deep
that
fucking
FDP, that seventh grade one?
No, it's the fucking Kirk Van Housen. Can I borrow a feeling from The Simpsons? Anybody? Can I borrow a feeling?
Inappropriate.
But I've heard I've heard a synopsis that the newest episode of The Simpsons is that song lands him a record deal.
Yeah, there's some.
That's well played.
I saw the same thing. It's some Conan thing, and they had like AI write what the ending to The Simpsons should be. And that was one of the things it wrote was all these like weird wrap up to all these random threads or something like that.
And because he makes it so big that like then Milhouse can like afford like Invisalign or something stupid like that. Like,
God damn.
Yeah.
That's a nice
That adds up. Honestly,
Is this all working okay? Some weird.
What, you got
some
nothing?
headphones. You guys good?
I'm good.
You all good?
Is
You all
he,
good?
we got Che Man on the tracks there, producer.
I'm preparing to drop gold over here. Comedic gold all episodes.
Do
We
you
gotta be
need more
getting this.
volume?
Dude, going back to the profile thing, I feel like as a grown man, you only get a certain amount of profile pic changes per year, unless it's something
gotta be,
hilarious, right? Like,
yeah.
if it's actual serious pics of yourself and you're fucking mean mugging the
Yeah.
camera and you're changing that
does
shit
that
every month,
really?
it's like, whoa. So
I'm gonna start.
Who
I'm bringing it
really
back.
does serious pictures? Like,
hopefully not very many people.
me
Not a good look.
on a boat in the gym.
Yeah, the gym one. Yeah.
look at this fish I have recently.
It's like a packet of salmon fillets. That's gonna be my next profile pic. Just-
Went fishing today out on the boat. You just a big fillet of fucking salmon, just raw.
Bang myself a 12-ounce.
Get that big one from Aldi.
I am very efficient with my
It's
knife.
like $20.
I just don't want anybody to know where I am.
Oh yeah.
That's fair.
I'm
gotta
out in the
remain
woods with a fire. See?
You're in. They're like he's in Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that adds up.
Word.
Damn, what's up, guys? We got the fucking full house here tonight.
Yeah.
The fucking about maybe half of the lineup of Metzfire. I don't know. There's 32 guys in the band here, man. Not entirely sure how many we got.
Full Slipknot with it.
And a half.
Otherwise known as Slipknot.
I know. Who's winning in a fight between you guys and Slipknot? That's what I'm gonna.
First of all, Chumbawamba will win that fight.
Well, that's obvious. Yeah.
Infiltrate and kick both of us.
I mean, you can knock them down, but rest assured they're gonna get back up again.
I mean,
folks.
have
The
you
guitar
seen?
player Mick's like 8 feet tall. That dude fucking kill all of us.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they
He's-
all
he's
huge.
tall,
Damn,
and
dude.
then Eloy's like cut like.
But you guys know
That
that.
dude-
Do you guys know the names of people in Chumbawamba? Is that what's happening right now? What
No, I was talking about
talking about?
Slipknot.
Oh,
Listen,
I thought you were
Jesus
talking about
Christ.
the guy
I
in
don't care about
Chumbawamba.
Slipknot. You Slipknot.
Are you
I'm still at
serious?
Slipknot.
It's like, yeah, I got their whole collection.
Chumbawamba, they are gutter punks from back in the day. They'll fucking light
Right.
a Molotov cocktail and just burn your ass. They don't give a
They
shit.
got one big hit.
Little known fact.
There's some dirty
Our
boys.
band actually started based on Chumbawamba because it was like Josh and I were hanging out and we were like, he takes a whiskey drink, he takes a vodka drink.
And that's all you guys have been playing since then. Just pretty much a Chumbawamba cover.
still
band.
Somebody's overdue for a Chumbawamba cover.
You know,
Yeah,
like
that's
how
the
they used to
move.
release like singles and there would be like 17 remix versions of the same
Yeah.
one song. That's our set.
They do different versions. You got the slow jazz version of.
Yeah, we got various iterations of Chumbawamba for you this evening. It's like when you go to a real fancy restaurant and get it like the filet 2 ways or whatever, the fucking pate 2 ways. You rocking at multiple Chumbawamba.
Dude, that reminds me of
Eh,
Celebrity
you gotta
Deathmatch.
catch up on some
I always
chops.
wondered like who would win between like a fatal 3-way between
That's what I'm
Slipknot, Chumbawamba, and Wu-Tang Clan.
Ooh, Wu-Tang wins.
I mean,
Well, I mean,
Wu-Tang,
they're
yeah.
putting
on
you down
merit,
before
yes.
you even fucking. Oh, they're just pulling out fucking.
And they're outnumbering everybody.
Yeah, I mean,
79 guys in Wu-Tang, bro.
They're the one group that's got more guys than
forever.
They have guns and katanas.
Indeed.
I don't know, man. I think Eloy could take a bullet.
Well, like
That dude is huge.
Who's Eloy?
Their
What are
new
you
drummer.
talking about?
Yeah, he's a new drummer.
I'm sorry. I'm not up on the fucking.
well, maybe-
You gotta be.
Slipknot.
He's rad.
That's a point
sure-
for Chumbawamba because there's not any confirmed like deaths in that band that I'm aware of.
Wasn't he Sepultura? Josh?
That adds
yeah,
up.
yeah,
Anyway,
yeah. He's a beast.
so wait, why were we really here for what?
Talk shit about Slipknot mostly.
Well, it's not
Mild
like, it's not like we
comparisons.
have, like gym memberships. I'm sure they have some kind of regiment, so they'd probably beat us.
Yeah, I would think so.
The Slipknot guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't fuck with too many of the Slipknot guys.
I just keep them moving, dude. They'd overheat in those masks and shit right away, dude. Just get them breathing. Take it down. You gotta play the long game. You gotta rope a dope those.
Yeah.
things.
Smart. The rope-a-dope.
Go to the body, put a little water in the basement.
I just never really been that into Slipknot, if I'm being 100% honest. It's never really been my bag.
No, they
don't get
were
it.
they were
It's all right.
inspirational for me when they first came out. They were cool. Like, I mean, I give them their place in like new metal for sure.
They were just
like,
ripping off Mudvayne, let's be honest.
Well, didn't. Okay, sweet.
Actually, I ended up being a mushroom head guy.
I never.
That's what I was trying to say. That would have made the joke.
I loved
Yeah.
that first album. Then Iowa
Yeah.
was just a boring piece of shit.
Yeah,
and then
Iowa
Mushroom
was
Head's
trash.
album came out and I went, oh no, this is music I like.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, we played with Mushroom Head like 5 fucking times at the intersection,
Yeah.
and every time it was the same show. It was just like they had the 2 guys up front with the big gallon drums, and they put water on them, and it was like no point in any of it besides they would just like hitting the water,
Right.
and the fucking dude was just walking around, and I was just like, oh my god. And then I fucking they stole. They didn't steal, but here's one of my Mushroom Head stories. Is we played. It was one of those fucking. You guys remember
One
those,
of your
like-
mushroom head stories.
I have several.
He's the only human being on the planet with more than one mushroom
You
head
guys remember they
story.
used to have those like Carnival of Chaos shows and shit.
Yeah, I remember
that
we
shit.
we did like 3 of the Christmas ones. The Christmas Carnival of Chaos was at the intersection, and Mushroom Head played like every fucking one. They were always the headliner. And
I do remember
they
that.
fucking like grabbed. I had left my guitar strap, which had my wireless pack on it, like like in it.
Yeah.
And they fucking took it. Like they thought, like the roadies probably thought it was just like something.
Right.
Mistakes happen. Those things were expensive as fuck at the time. I mean, they're still not cheap, but like,
Right, yeah.
And so I talked to the fucking dude at the intersection. Dude at the intersection gives me their manager's phone number because I'm trying to get this thing back.
Right.
It's like $300.
Like, mail it, bro.
Yeah, and so I fucking I call him and he fucking ghosts me. That's kind of the story. But
It's really anticlimactic.
I know, sorry.
It's like I called him and then nothing
point
happened.
is, those guys were dicks. And here's the rest of the story: is that same show, that same one? You know the intersection, like the backstage area,
Yeah.
like back there. It's kind of like it's about this width,
Yeah.
and there's like a sink and like a kind of like a bar air,
Like the green room?
Yeah, there's like a sink and like a counter kind of built in back there and whatever. Well, that same show, I was having some problem pre-show with my guitar, and me and my brother Josh went back there because we needed light and we needed a table, and it was never a problem. Like nobody ever cared.
Right.
Everybody was always like super cool. Like it was never like some fucking thing. And we go back there and we're just like using the counter. We're like clearly working on my guitar, and they fucking kicked us out of the fucking backstage area at the fucking thing. And like dudes were just back there smoking weed and shit. And we're just like,
Right.
fucking really, dude? Fucking Mushroom Head. We're like, dude, we're playing this show too. Like, so anyway.
Son, you got big time by Mushroom Head on multiple
I did
occasions.
that same night twice.
That's
and
hilarious.
So fuck Mushroom Head. That's what I'm here to say. That's the whole point of this fucking
I will. Can I back it up and say Mudvayne kind of rules?
Mudvayne
Can I
rules,
just be the
yeah.
guy to say
Mudvayne's
Mudvayne
great,
kicked
man,
ass?
The
because
bass player is awesome.
Yeah, that dude fucking kills.
He plays
Yeah.
so weird too.
Yeah.
Like, finger tapping like on the neck. It's really weird.
I mean, and his
style.
name's Gargle or whatever.
Thought it was like Ryan or something.
The great thing with that Mushroom, the first Mudvayne album, the great thing with that is that Dig came out and it sounded like Pantera. I was like, yeah, but the whole rest of the album sounded like Tool.
Yeah, they were very up there.
Well, I
It
think
was all fucking weird and
didn't
shit. It
that
was great.
Bottrell dude do that album?
Yeah, that
the tour shit back in the day. I
Yeah,
think?
David
So,
Bottrell.
unlike maybe, unlike the Slipknots and the Mushrooms Heads and all. Why are we talking about bands with 85 members like us?
Yeah.
I can at least actually explain why it happened. Do you think that those other bands, like, there's like, or was it gimmick? Like, okay, we need to have 12 of us. Or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I know why. I guess I kind of know the story about Slipknot. They were kind of like the two bands or whatever that kind of became one, Stone Sour and the other band. That's why they were doing that Stone Sour shit later. So they had like, they were kind of like the two bands in Iowa that were kind of coming up.
The entire Iowa.
which my wife is from Iowa, and she has stories about Slipknot, pre-Slipknot.
Or was
and
it
shit,
like
so.
before we had the like verbiage to say, okay, this is actually just a collective?
They all practiced in the same cornfield.
Right?
I mean, the album cover, one of them, right? Is that the Iowa record?
Yeah, it's Iowa. It's like corn.
Yeah.
They came together like a Bush League Voltron. We're two wildly mediocre bands. Let's form one enormous, still very mediocre band. It's gonna rule. It's gonna be awesome.
Also, we need masks.
Yeah, right. Yeah. She used to work at the art store, and I don't know. I can't tell her story for her, but the fucking they used to come in there to get like paper mache and shit for their masks and shit. Like before they were like, you got to make it somehow, right? Yeah.
Gargling the boys just rolling.
No. Your name is Joe. You went to high school with my brother. They call me Gargle now, dude.
Paper mache masks. That's awesome.
So what's the threshold band member like number? Right? You got to have. Is it once you hit 8? Everyone has to wear a mask? Are we like riding it like right?
It's not happening.
You're gonna have to start planning.
Because like Bosstones didn't have masks, but they did have a guy breakdancing.
I think those guys were actually aliens wearing human face. So I think
Bosstones and Slipknot nice to be shown. Signed up for that show for sure.
But where'd they go?
The mask on.
Fucking mighty Bosstones.
Bosstones.
The Hard Times. You guys follow the Hard Times? You know, the comedy thing, dude.
Yeah.
They have been for like the last 2 weeks. They always rip on ska, which is hilarious. The last 2 weeks has been just nothing but fucking blasting ska, and it's just like I'm cracking up, dude. This is so
That's
fucking
funny.
That's gotta be due to be one of those genres that's gonna come around and be trendy again for like 6 months, right?
Already
Yeah,
is in a way.
that feels about
those
right.
Bosstones albums every once in a while. That dude's voice is fucking great.
Yeah.
Well, dude, sometimes I ran into Kim Dracula on the internet. This is like an act, whatever.
Oh, Christ, I know what you're talking
Holy
about.
shit. But like, it's very chaotic. Is it metal? Is it clowncore? Is it like whatever?
It's fucking ADHD music.
But then every so often, not in like a cool Candiria kind of way, but it'll just stop and then there'll be a trumpet and you're like, why is this happening? Anyway.
All bets are off when you get in the clowncore, man. Anything goes. It's real free for all, dude.
Yeah, they had one that was like, one of them was some shit about like substitute teacher can't wait to tell his kids that he was the trumpet player in the Mighty Bosstones. One was about like aged out ska band member fills in all the white checkers in his shoes so they're all black. Kids, you know, that was where the checkered fucking shoes.
Is that a new genre called skoth? There's the moment, Mike, I was telling you about.
I just want to be the dance guy. Slap on a suit.
Yeah, you
That's
Yeah,
what's
why
up.
not?
Don't even
skank it.
play an instrument. Don't have to
Just
worry
say,
about
man.
sticks or strings or any of that shit.
talent.
Just sweaty suits. That's it.
The ska band hype man is. That's a crucial role.
You know,
the much coveted role of
Gotta do
ska
it.
guy
We're all
hype
like
man.
4
You gotta
hours.
have it.
If you can get on stage and dance for like an hour straight, that's fucking talent.
it really is. That's
I don't think I can do
That's
it.
hard work.
I don't think I could do it.
No.
No, me either.
I mean, going upstairs is hard.
I was sneezing the other day.
I fucked up my back a month ago putting on socks.
I feel that one, unfortunately.
That's impressive, dude.
Oh man,
That is impressive.
It's so good, so true. Yeah, I fucking went to the gym the other day and we did fucking squats and like I literally like can't walk again, dude. I'm like going up and down the stairs like.
How do you fucking knees take that shit, dude? I can't even.
Like the squats and shit. I'm kind of new to that. I'm kind of fucking.
Fuck.
kind of getting schooled on that shit.
Gotta get that form going, baby.
Well,
that next day's
fucking,
tough.
I'm going with TJ Miller, fucking going to the gym with him.
Oh, no shit.
Oh, yeah.
And he's one of those dudes who's got that like I'm a total fucking pussy. He's got that like built-in strength, even though he's like out of shape, but he's got that like built-in strength that I don't have. You know what I mean? So like he's like killing it on leg shit, you know, and I'm just like, I'm gonna hang back on this one.
He's been hitting it for a while now.
Yeah, a couple months. Yeah, he's been getting back into it.
There's nothing worse than like working out with a real man, you know? It's just like, God damn it, you know? Like getting fucking out cocked on every single lift here.
On every level.
I know what that's like.
I'm owning it on the arm thing. I won't lie. I'm way ahead on the arms with the leg situation. I'm just like, this is bad.
Yeah.
I just imagine like if I were to go and like try the first, like I just know the story of my life too good to where like, oh, it'd be squats. Like, oh, that's the moment I develop IBS. Like, I just something's gonna happen. Like, write that off.
Fun gym time moment.
It's business, dude.
That's when you just get a home gym, dude. Just keep it in the basement.
Just wear a diaper, dude.
Body weight squats only. Body weight squats only.
That's what I'm gonna start doing though, for real. It's like and like he's doing deadlifts and shit, and like I did those last time, and like that kind of fucked my back up.
Gotta
and I'm
be
just
careful
like,
with those,
I'm like,
bro.
I'm not doing the deadlifts again.
Get a little
Like, all these
kettlebell. Do a little
squats, but-
goblet
that's
squat with
what I got.
kettlebell
That's all
action.
good.
I got like a little 25 pounder, and I just do like 5, and then I go for like 3 weeks, and then I do 5 more.
I do a set and go have a smoke, you know?
Vacuum
Smoke
under
a
it,
joint.
you know, put it back down.
My workout regimen is I've got a walking pad under my standing desk that I work at.
There you
And
go.
so once a week, I'll take that out and walk for like an hour and then put it away. Forget about it for the rest of
Nice.
the week.
Is that just like a treadmill kind of thing?
Yeah, just slow. So like I'm working and walking and whatever.
You got to bring that on stage because that's what the dude from Rammstein does. He's got that treadmill that he's always
That's
playing.
smart.
keyboards.
That's why he's so
You know,
skinny.
That's what. That could be you.
Is that when
that
he's
could be me.
Rammstein?
Is that when he's not on the leash getting like butt fucked by the lead singer?
Yeah, that's all the time. That's all the time. Yeah,
Well, that's
that's
I mean, that's
on and off.
cardio too.
You gotta keep that theme rolling.
Working out them abs.
He's got that core strength going.
He's like up there doing Kegels, getting ready.
Indeed.
Not Kegels.
Do you think that's registering on the old step counter Apple Watch? You know, each thrust is like, is that checking in?
That's
Getting
the other
credit
guy
for
from
that?
Slipknot, isn't it? Kegel? Isn't there?
No, you're thinking of Mudvayne.
Yeah, Mudvayne. That's the drummer from Mudvayne, isn't it? Kegel? Is it really? There's Gargle, there's Kegel.
Wow.
I don't remember.
They had nicknames? I don't remember that.
It was weird.
They do. No, I'm joking, obviously. It should be, though, and I think that's the band we need to start. You know, Gargle.
If you're going with the whole getup, you gotta have a nickname. You can't be like, "Hey, I'm from Mudvayne. My name is Ted." The mascot.
Yeah, we have Gargle, Kegel, Gag,
Tim.
you know.
Gag, and then Josh. He's a sound guy.
Yeah, he's our hype man. He just dances. We play metal, but he shows up in skanks the whole time. Yeah, that sounds weird.
Sweaty suits, bro.
I don't know. What do you think, Shark? You know, like it's just, oh man. Yeah, well, I don't know. What do you think, Queef? You know, like, just,
Dude, I worked with these people that were like in this like biker. I don't know what do you call it? It's not a gang, a biker club or whatever. Like they're trying to be like Sons of Anarchy, you know?
Yeah.
They fucking they put on the fucking leather shit on Friday, which is fine. But they had all these nicknames for each other, and they'd be like, and it was this like married couple, and they'd be like, "Yeah, we're hanging out with Joker tomorrow and all this stuff," and I'm just like, oh, dude, like, are you serious right now? You know, like,
Yeah.
dude.
that's Bill. He works in HR. It's not Joker.
No,
dude.
bro,
Like,
that's Dirty Knuckles, man.
seriously.
I hope nobody from this part of my life ever hears this, but at one point I was overseeing a restaurant in a different town, and it's like they were like the Sun Belt of Michigan. Like just everybody was Southern for no reason in the middle of Michigan. And like one of the like cooks very sweet lady, but she was telling me about her personal life. I don't know why, and it just reminds me because she was like, "Yeah, me and my husband, we like to call each other by our CB radio names." And I was like, "What are your CB radio names?" And she's like, "He calls me Peaches, and he's Cobra." And I was like, "Oh my god,
Cobra's a pretty dope handle, dude. You can do a lot worse than
follow
Cobra.
that
dude.
a little deeper." Oh god,
Yeah, it's kind of amazing how long boomers have been LARPing for. Like we all laugh. Boomer guy, but fucking boomers. I'm Cobra.
My old lady, she called me Cobra.
Chances are, if you're like if you're a 60-year-old man going by a Cobra handle on a CB radio, it's probably not the first bad decision you made. That's long
rules, dude. You know he's got a Cobra tattoo on his fucking.
he's got a Cobra
somewhere.
eating a peach.
Cobra rules. We got to get Cobra on the podcast. Dude. Cobra and
Shout out
Peaches, dude,
Cobra.
they're coming on. Getting the full story here.
That's great.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Did any of you guys go to this Bill Kelliher guitar thing the other day?
No.
You did though.
I did. None of you guys went.
No.
It was packed. So I didn't. I know Mike wasn't there because I was texting him during the thing.
No.
Oh man, you guys should have went. It was.
I'm sure it was pretty sweet.
It was pretty sweet, but there's two things I want to talk about, and I waited to talk about it until I knew, because we had a comedian on and he didn't give a fuck about this kind of shit. But so I waited so guys who play guitar and shit were on. So the first thing that happened that was killing me was I got there really early because I work right there, and so I wanted to get there early to get like a up front spot. So I just fucking roll in. I'm there for like an hour beforehand. And he's setting up, and they got a Helix, Line 6 Helix set up on the stage for him, and like a stage monitor and shit. And he's up there, and he's dialing it in, and he's dialing it in, and he's dialing it in, and like he's working on it for a good 20 minutes or so, and it's sounding about as good as I've heard a Helix. Like, they are what they are. Like, it sounded pretty good. You know?
I think they're
And for
pretty
a-
rad.
for a fucking a thing. It's totally fine, right? Or whatever.
Right.
And he keeps changing. He's changing amps and he's changing whatever. And like, this guy knows what he's fucking doing, I would imagine, with amps and shit. And so he gets some he's finally happy with, and he leaves, and he's looking at guitars and shit and whatever, and he's gone for another like 10 minutes or something. And I see him over kind of the back corner. He's talking to like the reps and the managers and shit at Firehouse and whatever.
Yeah.
And then 3 guys from Firehouse descend on the stage, rip the monitor off, fucking pull off some other shit, put a fucking Marshall cab and a fucking Mesa 2-channel fucking old school Mesa amp up there. They run the Helix, just the effects, like in through the effects loop or whatever, so he's still got delays and shit.
That's what's
or
up.
whatever. And immediately he's just like, that works. Like, I was texting Mike at the time because I was dying. Because, like, I love amps, and I know, like, we love basses and shit or whatever.
yeah.
I know you probably do too or whatever. But it just cracked me the fuck up because he's just, like, dialing it in for 20 minutes. And
Is
then
that what he played through, Mesa?
Yeah, they had like a Mesa, like a 2-channel, like a dual rectifier, like 2-channel. It was like in orange wrap, which is pretty sweet.
Okay.
And then a sweet Marshall cab, which I've been looking at that kind of a little bit myself.
You totally do.
Nice.
I thought it was going to go the other way around. Like they put the amp up there, but they just used the sound from the Helix. Like, no, that's respect.
It was just like, and then like, they didn't have to mic it or anything, obviously, because it was just blasting that fucking
loud.
room. But it was just funnier than hell to me that it was just like, you just plugged in and it was just like,
That's what's up.
I was like, yeah, that rules.
Can't get the sound.
Yeah.
So, to that note, something we still have to iron out. I'll say this: 7 members and amp volumes.
Yeah.
Fucking
It's a challenge.
problems.
Yeah.
For real.
And you gotta go Helix.
Yeah, we haven't yet. So for
Yeah, I know, right?
the people who don't, so they'll line up. It can sit. So Johnny does vocals, me, and Chachi is what we call him now, I guess.
That's an old
Whatever.
nickname.
I
That's an
didn't
old
know.
nickname.
Yeah.
Josh and I play guitar. Jonas, who's not here, also plays guitar. Mickers plays bass. Mike does keys and programming and all the electrical stuff, and Cooter
Mike
plays
plays
drums.
the treadmill.
He plays the
Let's be
treadmill.
honest.
And,
Yeah.
but like, so when you have, first of all, you have 3 guitar players. If we don't deal with that right, our bass player has to then compensate fully to deal with 3 guitars.
Yeah.
And then once that's happening, well, great, good luck to these 2, and then good thing Cooter can hit hard. But then in the meantime, every sound person's like, get fucked, and every person in the crowd is like, great. I didn't hear anything because all I heard was everything. And it's like,
well, this guy used to go to war with the sound guy. I remember back in the day, he'd be like, turn your stage volume down. He'd be like, yeah.
I'd turn it up.
He's that guy.
Yeah, I would turn it up and then just play light. Be like, is that good? Like, yeah, that's great. The first hit happened. You see him like scramble at the board. Oh shit! Like, yeah. Don't ever tell me to turn down.
You know what's funny though? I think I know you probably did that without being prompted, but I remember specifically at one point Jason Swanson told me to do that to like at a sound he was doing sound at. We were opening, and I was like,
turn up.
I was like, you need me to turn down? He's like, nah, fuck these Nationals, turn up. And I was and like he said that through the monitor at me, and I was like, all right,
That's
dude.
Well, that's a thing too, and in the fucking for real world is like they literally keep opening bands sound volumes down, so the headliner sounds better, which is fucking bullshit.
Well, it also has to do
It's
with
kinda dumb.
fatigue.
And drinking.
It has to do with hearing fatigue also.
Yeah, I guess. I think what it really has to do with is
it is bullshit.
Yeah.
It is but you're hearing technically, if you were to look it up, would get fatigued enough.
Yeah, by the time the headliner came in,
but
and I get it. They're the headliner. They're who people are paying to see or whatever. But like, it's also like, it's a little bit. It's a little bit bullshit. I think the real reason they're doing it is so the headliner just sounds better. It's like comedians that bring out shitty opening acts so that they get to come out and be the hero.
It's absolutely that, but they do have like, but then most people wear earplugs, so it's like it doesn't matter.
I mean, you're opening for Mushroom Head, like you just back that shit down to this
rock like that. Can you ease into rock? I just don't think so.
My favorite instance of that is way back in the days, like, I don't know, 22 years ago. I saw Slayer, Sick of It All, and Meshuggah at the Orbit Room.
Jesus.
And it was very sparse in the crowd when Meshuggah went on. Like, not everybody was there yet. You could just stand in the middle of the floor and watch them.
Right.
And it was Meshuggah at a very reasonable volume.
Interesting.
Really weird in retrospect. And then Sick of It All goes on. I was like, rah, and the Slayer's even louder. And I was like,
can you even imagine?
I gotta go.
Yeah,
it was like that. Like, I didn't need earplugs. It was
Hey, we just play a little ditty for you.
Well, those
dude.
guys sound fucking good, and I think they were early adopters of digital shit. Like, did they have like stage volume and shit? Because I think
I don't remember. It's 22 years ago.
I think once they switched over to 8 strings on like nothing, I think they had to because most amps couldn't deal with it sonically. I think they had to.
Yeah,
probably.
From what I remember.
Yeah, I kind of remember that too. That's why I remember
it was in
reading
the
about
year
that shit.
2000.
In the year 2000.
I know we got flashlights. Like
Vanilla Ice was there. He was in the balcony. Because I was up at the balcony, I looked over the VIP balcony area, and Vanilla Ice was there rocking
VIP,
out.
dude.
Because Vanilla Ice the night before, I had an ear infection. I tried to see Vanilla Ice. I saw.
I mean, if you're
Bolt
gonna see
Upright,
Vanilla
who
Ice,
was
you should see it
horrible
with an ear
for 5
infection.
minutes, and I went home. And I didn't go. I didn't stay for Vanilla Ice because I had like a fever of 104.
Missing
and I went home.
a Vanilla Ice concert.
Missed it, huh? Like, you were like,
No, I was. Yeah, I was. I was struggling to stand up. I was having a bad time.
too cold.
Yes, exactly. I had the shakes.
Oh, did you
But I came
actually-
out for Slayer because you don't miss Slayer. But I didn't stay for all of Slayer.
Slayer cured it, dude.
Missing
No,
a Vanilla
I
Ice
stayed
concert.
for like 6 songs and then I went home. I was really bad. I should have went to the doctor several days before that.
If you guys get big enough and you ever get like Ross Robinson on here, you should just ask him nothing except about that Vanilla Ice record.
Indeed, yeah. That would be the move.
Just dissect it.
I really want to know about your
I
greatest
know.
achievement.
Indeed.
Yeah, let's talk about whatever that was called.
What was the deep cut on that album?
I think it was too
There was
cold.
a Stop This Train, I
That
Want to
one,
Get Off.
that's the one.
Yeah, that was like the second single,
track.
dude. Yeah.
Yep. That's the one.
Snafu. I
don't
remember that was on there.
Yeah.
That girlie is the boss.
That whole album, wasn't every song on that just off of his second album that nobody listened to? And he turned them all into metal songs? It was.
Yeah, no, he turned them all into rap metal songs.
Yeah,
metal
yeah,
thing,
it was
yeah.
hilarious. But all of them were like, because he had his Ice Ice Baby album,
Yeah.
and then he put out an album after that where he had like little mini dreads, and nobody gave a shit. So like all of those songs are the songs that are on his rap metal album.
You know what's funny?
Wasn't he like racing dirt bikes then too? Like he was all like
Cool as ice.
hardcore.
Cool as
Like
ice.
You know where all of those second albums went? They're the insulation to the houses he now flips. Ironically, it's
He puts the CDs upside down on the roof.
very effective too. It's shocking.
To be fair, I got a lot of unsold CDs sitting around. So
I'm pretty sure
Vanilla
between
Ice.
all of us, we've got some laying around
Yeah,
too.
indeed. My brothers, do you get you know Rick Beam?
Yeah.
That fucking they were like taking Dashboard Lucas CDs. You remember they're fucking making lamps out of them. They were like gluing them together,
That's
like putting
awesome.
like the lamp shit like up there. So like they'd be like the
God.
bass is their old CDs.
Getting some use out of
I
it
know,
at
it's
least,
fucking
you know?
really really funny shit.
It's actually a good idea.
Yeah, man. We should start what's that internet thing where you sell stuff?
No. You want an
Is that
Etsy
like
page?
an Etsy page? Yeah.
You can start an Etsy page, make some crafts. You can go to the farmer's
CD
market
crafts.
and sell your little like CD fucking
CD
statues
lamps.
and shit.
Yep. Shitty local band CDs. Fucking made into all kinds of furniture and shit.
Yeah,
You remember how CDs used to be shrink wrapped and then there'd be like a sticker that says featuring the song blah blah blah?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we should get all of our old shitty merch CDs and then like at shows shrink wrap them, put a fucking sticker on it that says featuring some shitty local band from 40 years ago. Whatever.
Seriously, yeah.
And just like feature it out like oh yeah. No, that'd
Give
be
them
great.
away. I got
great
some of mine
idea.
sitting right there that I try to schlep to people on the pod here, and well, nobody takes them.
50 years from now,
People
nobody's
are-
the Amish are going to be irrelevant because everyone's going to be buying local band furniture.
High quality local band for indestructible jewel case construction.
Lathe turn. Stick these CDs on a lathe and glue them all together and turn them down.
These ones are replicated, not
Furniture.
duplicated. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Local bands building the finest barns you've ever seen. Plastic.
Indestructible, fucking high insulation, whatever. There's that. What's that rating? The R rating or
No
some shit?
lasers. Please, no lasers.
Getting involved with the infrastructure. Building bridges with that shit.
What's that digital
What's
currency that's like the pictures that are money somehow? You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about?
yeah.
Yeah, that would be like just pictures of old shitty band wave files become
Yeah.
those, and they're like worth like limitless amounts of money. Like,
Yep.
oh yeah.
And as NFTs or whatever.
NFTs are
NFTs,
it's not
yeah.
going to happen. NFTs are bullshit.
Yeah, but that's what.
That's all.
Don't,
What?
I've invested all of my
what are you
local band
talking
money into NFTs. What the fuck are you saying?
It was like 43 cents. Everything I've ever made selling my local CDs.
yeah, seriously.
Yeah, I'm going to steal one of those candies.
Yeah,
I
you should
noticed that
steal
you
one of
turned
those
40, Ross. You got a bowl of candies.
Yeah,
So how
it
long until
happens,
that
right?
turns into
It happens.
Werther's?
It just appears. It's gonna be Werther's and those little strawberry ones. I just saw a fucking meme today that was like, nobody has ever bought any of these strawberry things. Once you turn a certain age, they just appear on
just
your
start
list.
showing up.
You just said, yeah, they just start fucking showing up on your fucking.
You start
countertop.
going. You start inviting all the kids from the neighborhood over. And so you don't have
Indeed.
you're never gonna have grandkids of your own.
Why don't you reach in my pocket, fish one out there? Go on, dig it out. By the way, those things are 3 years old. I was handing them out for Halloween 3 years ago.
Shit,
And
they're still good.
They're a little hard. I just found them in they moved. They made the move to this house, dude. I was like,
Maybe I want to eat this candy.
I'm not
then.
throwing this bag of these things away. And I ate like 6 of them. I found them way in the back of the cupboard up there, and I fucking poured them in here just like last night. I ate like 6 of them. And I was
Okay,
just like,
well, you didn't die, so
I mean, not
Yeah,
yet.
you're still
Not
alive.
yet.
You're
Not yet.
good.
Can you imagine the disappointment of being a 7-year-old kid showed up at Halloween and that's what you're giving out? Dude?
These are the shit, dude.
That's a lackluster
No,
experience
these are
for
the best
sure,
thing
dude.
there fucking is, dude. These fucking
Got some butterscotch here for
these
you
are
kids.
butterscotch, bro. In the bottom is all my Sweetwater candy. That's what fucking fills up. A bunch of that shit is the Sweetwater.
Shit
fucking
would end
stuff,
up
dude.
right in their mailbox. They're like, there you go. You can have it back. You'll find it tomorrow.
So the fucking other thing I wanted to talk about is this fucking Mastodon guy's fucking thing here, which I thought was kind of hilarious. Is he was basically just kind of like, I'm really bad at the guitar. And I just kind of, this is how I write shitty riffs. Like, he was just like, and I was like, fair, same, like all of us,
It's
just
relatable.
Like, I'm just kind of like, I don't really know what I'm doing. He's like, I used to I played nothing but fucking Ramones songs and whatever. And then, like, I started getting into, like, we were just playing these fucking shitty punk rock shows and started getting into Slayer and whatever. But he's like, he's really, like, he's not that great at the guitar. And he was kind of just like, this is how I write songs. This is how I get around not being great at the guitar. And I was like, there but by the grace of God go I, basically. You know what I mean? He's just like, well, I basically just sit here until it sounds as evil as I can make it. He's like, I just move my fingers until it starts. He's like, no, that's too happy. No, okay, that sounds bad.
Yeah.
That's basically like, once it sounds bad, then I know I got it right.
I mean, isn't that what we all do?
That's
kind
what
of?
I said, exactly.
I'm not really trained or anything.
Yeah,
just-
and I was just cracking up. I was like, all right, fair enough.
It's like,
That's
to be
how it
fair,
rules.
I'm also a piss poor clinic host, in addition to being a bad guitar player. So
Yeah.
The entire history of music is imposter syndrome all the way down.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
Beethoven is sitting there going, I can't fucking hear what I'm doing.
Same, Beethoven. Especially when you got 3 guitars in the band. I think that's
yeah, right.
Mickers is fucking sitting there going, I can relate, man. I have no idea what's happening right now, dude.
It sounds pretty good.
No idea what's happening right now.
It sounds pretty good at practice. It's just we haven't worked out the live stuff quite yet.
Are you guys using 412 cabs or 212s?
We
I don't
get
know.
212s
Yeah, I know you
currently.
went down to 212s. Yeah, so everybody's got a 212.
Yeah.
Just makes more sense.
Well, a lot of development too.
Really-
Because I was doing the research, and last time you were here, we were Odeon,
yeah,
and
that's
like-
right.
Yeah.
4 or 5 piece band at the time.
Yeah, 5-piece.
So, yeah,
They're just like, let's just keep adding more.
Just
Let's
keep
add
adding.
another guy.
Yeah,
Well, and
just made
it
sense.
was like we just, we're not trying to. Nobody's really trying to control anything. We're all just happy to be here. So it just
Yeah.
everybody just kept coming, and we were like, why not?
they just kept showing up. We didn't have the heart to turn them away.
This homeless guy's got an amp.
Plus,
yeah, we don't even practice. We just party and hang out.
there was a few more.
Johnny
details,
starts a fire.
well, yeah, but like that's true. Well, like you said though, like oftentimes it's so hard to get just 3 even people together in a room and like not argue
True that.
Yeah.
or whatever. And like the fact that we all go deep through different random connections going back 20, 25 years.
Yeah,
we
for
all
sure.
know each other to where finally the fact that any of us are even like willing to, throw our backs out, putting our socks on and like roll out of bed and show up in the same place together. It actually is a
Slap
pretty,
like even a 212 cabinet. I'm like,
it's a good hang,
crazy.
right?
Yeah.
But it took a minute because we had one person that we were jamming with that it didn't work out with. We had, before we got Johnny in the band, we were so desperate and disparate trying to find people that we were like-minded or whatever. Like, you guys remember the band One Side Zero?
No, I do not.
A Bloom? Whatever. It was one of these bands that they were like around back when, this kind of music mattered. And they were on the same label as like Deftones, like Madonna's label.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Maverick.
Yeah. So I was like that singer. So the internet's here now, and I found him and hit him up. I was like, hey, you want to do vocals? And he did vocals on like 2 of the songs. And then like we got it back, and we were like, oh, not the vibe. Also, this is a huge pain in the ass. You're in California. Like,
Oh yeah. I hear
but
that.
like it took
You might know that thing. Yeah,
We know that all too well.
good dude. He's in a good band now, but it's just one of those things. Like the fact that there's actually this many of us and it works. That in and of itself, I would hope like people, hey, come check this out. Like, look, we can actually make 7 moving pieces do a thing good together. It's crazy. Like,
Do you guys have one person kind of like coordinate most of the shit, or is everybody just doing their own thing and figuring it out together? How's all that going?
A lot of moving parts.
Yeah, that's you care to answer?
sure.
it's
Go
all
for it.
Hafer. Well, come on.
No, you and I started. You're sitting on a treasure trove of like songs you wrote that I love and
Kind of cherry picked through.
And I cherry picked through them, and I was like, here's what I can do to that. And we have a mutual friend and drummer, and we're like, okay, great, that's where it started. And then people just fell in. Like several of us had played with Mickers. Okay. Suddenly, okay. Oh, well, and I was in a band with Johnny. Okay. Cool. See, here he comes. And I'm like, oh, my hand feels like shit. Let's get another guitar player because I'm lazy. Here comes Jonas. Oh, I wrote all kinds of fucking sprinkles and shit for the record. Oh, well, I know a guy. Hey, the dude who I asked to help make the 808 hits for the record. You want to just do it, actually? Not even knowing you lived in Lansing because I'm a prick. But, like, you know, and it's just, yeah, it works. But it's usually, I feel like it typically starts with you or I, and then it just, I don't know, it grows like fucking mold from there.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Nice.
Our songs are moldy.
Songs and band members, moldy and oldie.
They're oldie moldies, bro.
If you like must.
Ooh, we could call the next album Elon Musk.
Well played. Yeah, that's your
Elon Musk.
fucking nickname. We got Gargle. We got
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
I finally saw a Cybertruck in the real world
Oh,
today.
you calling in the wild, huh? Yeah.
It was so stupid.
It's
Village
weird,
idiot.
right? It feels
Yeah.
weird.
I was
seeing
like,
one,
and I was like, oh my god, that's what that is. And like
Yeah.
it was coming at me as I was turning left, so
Yeah.
I'm looking at my rear view and swerving, like, oh, it's so fucking dumb.
They're
I've seen,
obnoxiously
like-
stupid
I've seen,
looking.
like, 10 of those
Really,
things
like
now.
there's nothing cool about it.
You've kind of got to have like a certain level of pretentiousness to be able to
certain
pull that off, right? Like that's a big swing with those trucks.
full level.
I paid
Full of
six figures for this PlayStation 1 graphics Pontiac.
The grounding in those are all
the
fucked
same-
up. So like, I saw this video. This dude had his Cybertruck plugged in, and he had a voltmeter, and it was getting 120 volts off the body of the fucking truck.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like it wasn't grounded or something. Light it up, bro.
Fucking
Light it up.
electrocute yourself charging
That's
your
so
truck.
funny.
Just admit it.
So-
They're just
so awful.
the 2024 DeLoreans. Like
Yeah, yeah,
30 years from now, people are gonna be like, "I have this cool
yeah,
thing."
it really is, dude. Yeah,
But at least the DeLorean looked cool.
Yeah,
With
DeLorean.
going ways and
Well,
shit.
dude,
And Back to the Future? Come on.
I saw a
Come on now.
DeLorean
Who
on
didn't
the
want
side
a
of the
DeLorean?
highway.
In 30, 40 years, when everything is rounded, we'll be like, "Ooh, pointy, clap, clap." Like, you know.
they got them at. We talked about this a couple months ago on the pod. They got a DeLorean at that fucking Gilmore Car Museum or whatever.
Do they?
And it's fucking. First of all, they're tiny.
Yeah, they're not
and
big
fucking
cars.
Like getting in, like you get in it, and you are like, oh, this is a piece of shit. You're like, oh,
They're
this
not
is
comfortable.
Like, and that's actually how I felt about Teslas. Like, I'm sure everybody's been in one by now. Or whatever. First time I got into Tesla, I was like, this is a piece of shit. It's just evident. It's just like a cheap
This will
plastic-
never achieve 88 miles an
all
hour. That's all
plastic, yeah.
bullshit.
Like, you ever drive one
Yeah.
of those like really tiny grandma Saturns when they first came out?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
my grandparents
You can
had
tell,
one.
like,
Yeah.
you sit in it and you're
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is not gonna.
I'm gonna break that door handle off. when I try to get out.
My father, I think the story of my father-in-law got in one of those things, and he was like, "I don't even have room for my dick."
I got
Your father-in-law's the French pole vaulter.
In that Tesla.
Yeah. I got to buy an enormous truck for my fucking.
I really
huge dick,
feel
dude.
like anyone that drives a Tesla truck, a Cybertruck, doesn't have that problem.
Exactly.
Actually,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they're compensating for something.
they
man. I
definitely
know.
don't have that issue.
can they
There's a
come
lot of
with-
frontal space.
Can they come with like pixelated truck nuts on them?
They're
You gotta get those dangling truck nuts from the back.
issue.
They look like Minecraft.
truck nuts, dude.
There's our $1 million idea. Don't air
There's your
that
Etsy
part,
store,
everybody.
dude.
That's
Yeah.
like our shit.
Put that shit up on Etsy, dude. All them fucking loser ass Tesla motherfuckers.
All our kids, when they grow up, they'll have Minecraft truck nuts.
Yeah, I retired real early. You know, I made it big in the Minecraft truck nuts business. You know, we made a mint there on the.
That's what's up.
You got one, don't you?
I have literally one Minecraft truck nut. Like, I only have one. Yeah.
I got a Minecraft truck nut. Let's take a fucking break here, boys, because I really want to have another drink. Hold on.
We're going. We don't need roads.
I won't be happy until this night ends with you and me going, bad country.
Well, somebody's got to get down on the fucking Freedom Eagle here.
What?
You guys know what that is?
Is that a bong?
Yes, it is. It's a beer bong.
I only saw the top hole and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna probably.
We don't actually have any beer either, so
There's
you're gonna have to
cameras
use
now.
whiskey. Basically, you're gonna have to bong a fucking glass of whiskey.
Just a
I think.
whole fifth.
Somebody's got
the
to
face.
Somebody's gonna bong this fifth of whiskey.
One of our buddies in high school bonged a pint of 100 proof pop off at one time. I thought he was gonna die, dude. Yeah, he was like on the ground
that's
twitching, dude.
Absolutely
Real bad news. Oh yeah.
Why don't you get that eagle screech from the Colbert Report? So every time
it's
you use it, it's like,
Yeah, they do this on it's fucking a Joe Rogan thing. They do that Protect Our Parks pod. Do you guys know about that at all? On the Joe Rogan podcast, there's another sub podcast called Protect Our Parks with Mark Normand. Help me out. Art
Shafir, Shane Gillis. Yeah.
It's like a running thing.
Yeah.
And then and they do that, but they play America, fuck yeah, and fucking bong beers out of the Freedom Eagle.
So to answer your previous question, this podcast is basically just about talking about other superior, more entertaining podcasts. It's kind of the crux of this one.
That's
Yeah, dude.
basically what we do in a band, though, right? We just stand around. We're like, so how do we play this to make it sound like those guys?
Just ultimately promoting other bands.
That's
with
why you
our
should have
band.
went to the Mastodon thing, because he's just like, I have no idea what I'm doing.
I knew there was going to be too many people there, and I just didn't want them.
It was packed.
I
but
bet.
Yeah.
was there an element of weird to it? You know what I'm talking about?
Not really. I mean, he was a super fucking chill guy. He was just hanging out. It's just like him and his manager, and then like the reps from, because it's all an ESP guitar plug, right? It's a signature guitar plug. And those guitars are looking pretty badass. I wanted to play one, but and then they're like, at the end of the night, they're like, any of these guitars are 25% off. You know? It's like, Dude, he would sign. He wasn't doing like pictures. I'm like, I'm not waiting at fucking line for him to sign. I was wearing my Gibson guitar hat, and I'm like, I don't want him to sign this because then I'll feel like I can't wear this hat, and I wear this hat all the time. So,
Funny story. Okay, so a similar situation. Probably like 5.5 years ago, when we were like first starting this band, right? I had this. I went to and drove to this studio in Iowa because I happened to be off work, or whatever, and I was like, Josh, you got to come with me because it was to go in on
Slipknot's practicing. It's gonna be killer. It's gonna be awesome.
You're not far off. No, like, but it was the writing session for I forget the album. The Blood and Stone. Sevendust album.
oh, okay.
So they were like doing what turned out, because I didn't fucking know, but it turned out to be like pre-pro or something on like an off date.
Okay.
And there was like a shit ton of like their top followers, like people like got an invite or they could like pay, like whatever. And so all these people showed up, and it was totally like meant to be intimate, and it was in a room probably maybe twice the size of this one.
Yeah.
They had a Helix, and like 3 of the dudes from the band were there, and like an engineer, and they were like doing it. And then there was like theater seating behind them, and like your fans were there.
Right.
And it was like sold off as
pressure.
like this like well, no, because they didn't give a shit. Like they were just doing their thing. But like it's weird because then it was sold as this like interactive
Oh, but it wasn't
thing.
at all. Yeah.
Well, so asshole here, I go, oh no, like they want interactive. So like at one point, I think for this, so they could say they did. Like we're like, oh, has anybody got any ideas? I was like, yeah, you should go into halftime here and like fucking and like I like went off because I was like,
Cut this part in half.
because I'm like
Going full Rick Rubin on his ass. And
not because I know
really need to explore this
like,
portion.
Legit, like I'm a huge Sevendust fan.
It needs to build more.
It's the writing session, but they weren't actually playing. It was all backing tracks.
No, they were tracking and shit. But the thing is, it's
Air
like,
drumming.
I remember
Not even a kit
piping
there.
up,
It's just like,
and
fuck
the
yeah.
whole room was like I don't know if it was like some like weird cult where like everybody, all these other people were like, he broke the rule and said the words, and I was like, and like I brought a guitar and I had some of them sign it because I was like, I don't know, I hated the guitar at the time. Since then, we fixed it, and then I was like, Josh, can you get the signatures off so I can sell this?
No, mineral spirits, dude.
He got it off, but like,
I think sanding it off would have been more appropriate.
It was
still,
with
though.
a paint marker, so
Yeah, I just feel like it would have just been.
It's kind of an expensive
More
guitar,
cathartic to
though.
stand it
Leave
off,
the
you know?
scars.
Yeah.
I had high hopes for this guitar, though, so I didn't want to fuck it up.
You could
I
have
wanted
tried
it to
to
look
sell
nice.
it. You could have tried to sell it because
sell
somebody
the
that really
signatures.
hates Sevendust might have bought it and smashed it with a
Yeah.
It was like
Yes,
this really, it's this like really high end, nice ESP that like the dudes from like Misery Signals used in like a video. So it was like a higher end guitar.
Right, right.
And I don't know
Was
why
it
I was
like a H1000 or some shit like
Yeah.
that? It's sweet.
yeah.
The
and
binding on it, it's
I don't hate
beautiful guitar.
Sevendust at all, but
why
I
I
did.
bought it, I don't, whatever. But point being, I was just like, is this? After that, you know, like then it's like you went and had lunch at this like fucking pizza place next door or whatever with all of them, but it wasn't. And like everybody's doing that weird thing where they're like, I've seen pictures of you. You know what I mean?
Just fanboying the whole time.
And I'm like, just like,
Sign my chest.
You guys all seem either very disinterested in interacting with people, unless it's. And so I just like didn't talk to him.
Yeah. No,
So
that
I didn't
sucks.
know if it was just weird like that. 'cause
No,
I
it wasn't
hate
like that at all.
shit.
He
Like, I
was
don't know.
cool. I've gone to several kind of clinics, and most of them are pretty cool. I mean, like this one was probably the most chill. Like, but he was just after he was fucking around with that Helix that I was talking about. He's like, all right, I got to check out some of these guitars, and like people were just talking to him whenever. Like it was totally fine.
That's good.
And I went to the Tool one, and that was like, I mean, yeah, that was a lot of money to go to that one, but they were like totally fucking fine. And I mean, like people were asking them fucking dumb questions, and I mean, like I was embarrassed, you know. It's like, oh my god, dude, like really? But like, you know, they were super fucking, and I mean, those guys are fucking huge, you know.
Right.
So
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
were, you know. But yeah, I mean, that was cool.
I can't get past the thought of a Craigslist encounter with someone interested in buying a Sevendust guitar. That seems like really setting yourself up for disaster.
No, like,
I'm not sure I want to meet the man who's
niche
that
market.
interested in a
Literally
Sevendust guitar.
an ad for a guitar and a suicide note. Like, this is the last thing.
Or it sounds like a 40-year-old man looking for a best friend. It sounds like a lonely
You like
motherfucker.
Sevendust too?
Yeah, I'm just playing. I'm not even selling the guitar. I just wanted to talk to someone.
It's a small but tight-knit community, yeah.
You want to hear the story how we got signed?
For the record, I am in no way throwing shade at those guys because they were just there, literally getting ready for like one of the two songs they were working on ended up on the album later. So
yeah.
they were like actually working, and then just this fucking looming audience of just.
Yeah, I don't know. But if you're gonna offer an event like that, like you should do like something. Like
I
you should be
know.
like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know,
Dude,
Yeah.
and like when I said that, I was like, "Oh, you guys should go to halftime right here." Like, dude, I got the fucking stink eye. He was like, "I do not want to retract shit." Like it was like one of those. I was like, "Okay."
What's the what was their kind of main? I don't know main, but what was their guitarist? What was the kind of main guitarist? I think what was his name?
Well, I don't know. That's public perception because only one of them was there, and it was not the one I thought would be there.
Well, what are their guitarist's name? I'm just trying to think of the one
There's
that I
like
met.
Clint.
Clint's the one that Clint's the one that I met. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not the one who was there.
Oh, okay. I always thought of him as kind
So,
of maybe being their kind of main guitar. But I don't
Well,
know.
that's
I
the
don't
thing,
know.
right? So with that dude, why we're talking about this, but like that, any project that dude's in or song he ends up on
Sounds like Sevendust.
sounds like Sevendust.
Yeah.
Because I think like when he wasn't in that band, it's all sort of like, yeah, it's Sevendust, but it's like Sevendust playing like local band.
There was a
riffs.
time he wasn't in Sevendust.
he left for like an album or two.
Sounds
whatever.
local, bro.
Sounds like what we
Next thing you know,
like
they're
that song.
building
Totally
fucking
sounds
lamps
local.
out of fucking Sevendust CD. Like, God damn.
like
More
Yeah.
like Seven Must.
It's growing like a mold.
yeah, they replaced him with their seventh member, Elon Musk. Yeah, right? Elon Dust.
Yeah.
By the way, I see you got the Breeze over there. Yeah. I got the Breeze Pro. No big deal.
No big deal, bro.
I'm not a pro, dude. It's cool. I'm local, bro.
It's all right, dude.
I
It's all right.
also got a tape measure.
You got that locally sourced Breeze.
Well, I'm gonna throw some fucking shade at Sevendust. This is what Mike was fucking saying. He knows that fucking when my old band opened for those fucking guys, they were the lords of fucking backing tracks, dude. They didn't play a goddamn thing,
Dude,
dude.
well, I'm sure
Not a
that
goddamn
drummer,
thing,
the
dude.
drummer mouths it,
He was
for sure.
he was like obviously he was playing, but he was absolutely not singing.
No,
the funniest part to me though was literally the bassist like running around and going like and like the bass is still just like, and like we were talking to this other guy who was on the tour with them, and those guys fucking ruled. But he was like throwing shade at them before they went on, and he was like, "You'll see what I'm talking about."
You think they don't play though?
No, but it goes both ways.
You guys need to watch, man. We don't want the Sevendust smoke coming down to the podcast. Yes.
I'm not hating.
Hey,
I'm not hating either. It is what it is.
We don't want to bring that kind of heat on us, dude.
I love them too, but like I do know for a fact
Yeah.
that like once you get to a certain like level,
Yeah.
you are playing back. Like, does anybody honestly believe, like in their heyday, that like Linkin Park was playing all of their shit because they weren't, and it's not to throw shade at anybody, but like
No,
when you have
I'm aware of how it all.
millions of fucking dollars invested into a concert because everybody's paying $70-$80 at minimum. And then, like, your bass
15
player
years
has
ago.
bass player has the flu, and he's gonna go up there and probably flub it. They're like, "That's cute. Unplug him. Put in the fucking tracks."
It's like the way that like Shinedown does it is they, like they're still playing, but like there's all kinds of shit. Me and Mike's band is like 100%. It's just like playing the CD and I sing along to it. That's all.
We're debating on doing it.
That's all we do.
We're debating on doing it for some of like his harmonies and stuff because it's just like. All the rest of us are out here like trying to play all this technical shit, and it's like, oh yeah, hit the note, right?
It's not that technical.
How many shows have you played where you sang on key?
We're out here trying to demonstrate a mastery of the instrument here.
Well, I can't sing to save my life, so there's that.
When you put your amps at all fucking at 11, and I'm not sure it really
Plus,
fucking matters anymore.
can you really sing when you can't hear yourself either? Like,
I've done it. I've
Only I can
tried.
do that.
it usually ends up going really well.
If you're a good singer, yeah.
Well, I'm not.
If you don't suck, dude, you know.
That's why we got Johnny. He's the guy.
No, like it's. I mean, I'm sure you've had to do this many times. You can't fucking hear goddamn thing, and you're trying to listen to your inner sound and shit, and it's just fucking.
Like
it's like whatever it is,
or whatever.
You know, like I guess it's like, is this fucking whatever.
Just like, here you go, people.
If you can't hear yourself that bad, it's probably not a show where it really fucking matters too goddamn much anyway. But.
Which is
That's
the level we are ever going to be at.
Exactly. Just freaking scream your head up and
It's top
have
notch.
fun, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I pull my one earpiece out because it looks cool. You know what I mean? That guy pulls your one fucking in ear out.
Yeah, you know how hard that is to do though. When
He also
you
was
play
rocking those
guitar,
Kamala
like, doing
Harris
that, and then it
earrings with the
sticks, and you're like,
transmitters in it, so it kind of makes up for it, dude.
Yeah, you're like in the middle of the set, and then like Timberlake, you're like, I can't hear that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even listen to our shit. Like when we play shows, I'm listening to other bands while we're playing. Just
Indeed, you're just playing the latest fucking
Catching Sevendust
like you can
here.
hear me.
You're just layering animosity. You're just no wonder you can't.
listening to Sevendust.
I'll be bumping some En Vogue.
Yeah, I mean, that's the fucking real shit.
En Vogue's gonna be a Firekeepers Casino in Marshall, Michigan, boys. Who's up for an En Vogue trip, dude? Let's throw it down and see some En Vogue, dude. Let's get roasted and catch En Vogue. It'd be huge.
What would be the greatest
real
cutaway
shit.
if all of a sudden it just star wiped and we're all there?
Indeed.
Bedboard.
What was them big En Vogue songs? You guys
I don't know.
Never gonna get it. I think. Yeah.
No, you're never gonna.
En Vogue crushes, son.
No, I am gonna get it.
It's still looking pretty good on the billboard too. I gotta say.
The needle scratches.
pretty good.
The show stops.
No, I'm getting it.
I already done got it.
I guess this cracker is getting it.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, hey now. Getting off the rails here.
You got one.
Oh man, fucking you mentioned Justin Timberlake a minute ago. Is there anybody? I'm the only person in the world who's listening to the new Justin Timberlake album.
Yeah.
I'm the only one, dude. I'm the
Timberlake albums shows.
Yeah.
Bum it occasionally.
I'm taking my wife for her birthday.
It fucking rules.
I'm taking my wife to see him at Van Andel
Yeah. Well,
like a couple days after.
I haven't
her
bought
birthday.
my tickets yet because I'm hoping that shit will come down a little bit when it gets closer to the show because nobody's bought them.
For the first time ever.
How much are tickets?
I didn't get raped.
Couple $300.
Dude, I know they weren't.
$200?
No, they weren't.
$300?
Yeah.
They weren't for this guy because
What'd you do?
So, well, like because I have a Ticketmaster account, so they're like, okay, they go on pre-sale for Citibank,
Yeah.
fucking blah, blah, blah. And I was like, how hard could the fucking password be to guess? And it was just the name of the album, and I was like in there getting cheap seats. Like, fuck you guys.
It still must have been a couple $100 though.
I think it was probably like 100, 120.
No, you're
it wasn't that bad.
definitely sitting behind a pillar.
No, they're like
It's a real cool shot of that I-beam.
So it's that old people. I don't want to be on the floor because she's also short, and I don't want to have to worry about like seeing over somebody. So I'm
I
like,
don't
we're up in the
usually-
bowl.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
You know, like, but yeah, it's
We
just,
saw him,
It's
a
not
couple years
sold
ago.
out.
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
Oh, so the DUI really was bad for the tour.
Indeed, it was not good.
probably. Yeah.
Tim really puts asses in the seats, so that shit'll be filled up. Man.
Yeah, I did see him at Van Andel the last time he was there, like 3 years ago or whatever. It was pretty badass.
Timberlake's the man.
Timberlake rules.
He's a talented guy.
Yeah.
He's got to be the best entertainer this side of
he
Michael
fucking
Jackson for like a one-man
like-
show type deal. Like,
Check out
who's
his
better? Dude?
performance on
The singing, the dancing is pretty fucking talented.
It's one of those big British shows. Or
Horrendous actor. Worst
terrible
actor of
actor.
all time. He's just unwatchable as an actor.
Watch his
Really,
performance
really
on that-
bad.
I think it's that
Really
Graham
awful.
Norton show, maybe, or something like that. And he does
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Dude, get the fuck out of here. This guy is unbelievable.
I
It's
don't know though.
unbelievable.
He was pretty solid on all the SNLs though.
Dude, yeah,
he was
dude,
pretty,
he
it
was
was
yeah,
pretty
it's
funny
just
on
good.
those.
Yeah.
I
But that's
think
I'll
give you that. I'll give you that.
think
Yeah.
He was good in Black Snake Moan. I'm not sure because there's a different reason I watched that movie. But
Was he in Black Snake
He
Mode?
ain't in that movie either.
Was he really?
yeah, he's like Christina Ricci's boyfriend, who's a
That's
soldier.
hilarious.
And had like extreme anxiety, and he eventually gets like discharged from the military because
Inappropriate.
he's just having these like panic attack breakdowns.
I
and
forgot
shit.
all about that.
But
Oh.
yeah, because
He is a tremendously bad actor. He's not,
Yeah.
he's not good. It's not good.
Samuel L. could barely save that performance.
he was
But he's good at like
he was great in that
comedy.
movie.
Like
Yeah, he's
SNL.
not fun. I mean, Dick in the Box.
He was a Disney.
Well, I
kid.
mean,
Yeah.
improv,
He's got to be good at ad-libbing.
yeah,
Yeah.
improv on,
And improv,
on
yeah.
stage and in songwriting, and then you
Yeah.
know it's got to be along that wheelhouse. You know,
Yeah.
Timberlake rules. What the fuck else you guys listening to? Fucking you guys catch the new it's the new solo Jerry Cantrell, but it just sounds exactly like Alice in Chains. It just came
they
out.
just keep
or whatever.
putting out the same music.
I haven't given a shit about Jerry
Yeah.
Cantrell ever.
Really?
Honestly, like they,
I think it fucks,
way
dude.
back
I
in the
think it
day when he
rules,
did his
dude.
first solo album, they played
Yeah.
it on KLQ and stuff, and I'm just like, this is so
Yeah.
fucking boring.
I gave him a
don't-
chance
I
again
don't
when
care.
I like it.
the devil put the dinosaurs or
Yeah,
whatever. Like,
yeah.
and that was recorded at that kick-ass
Chains
studio
fucking
in
rules.
Nashville
Yeah.
too. So like I
Probably,
gave
yeah.
that a chance, and like I was like, wow, this new singer's doing the whole thing pretty well. Like
Indeed.
it was great. But that's the last I remember.
They
of
call
it.
him Lame Staley.
God damn it, I'm saving my material. Punk my material. Rat bastard.
That's the oldest fucking one in the book.
Lame Staley.
We were at a concert and I was pretty roasted in fairness, but I was sitting next to him and my other buddy, and I forget what we were talking about, and I busted out a Lame Staley, and it took me 5 minutes to get it out because I was in tears. The thought of dropping a Lame Staley before I said it was I couldn't get it out, and then just a fit of laughter. I'm barely able to breathe with a Lame Staley.
I like it though.
It's an
I
awful
think
lot of
this new
build-up.
shit sounds
Yeah.
good to me, dude. It's produced. I forget why it was produced by some fucking killer guy, obviously. Joe Barresi fucking did their new. If you know who that is, the producer. It's
Yeah, I
fucking,
remember it, yeah.
fucking kicks ass. I mean, it's not even like out. There's just like 2 singles. He's on the Rick Beato channel or whatever.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I fucking watched that, and I was like, all right, I gotta fucking.
That Snuff the Peacock song's pretty rad, dude.
Is that what it is?
Wait,
That sounds like that sounds like a fucking.
It's really,
fucking follow up to the
he's really trying to. He's really trying to break out of the Alice in Chains mold, man. He's really going. Yeah, no.
I was like, oh, that's definitely.
He's going off grid for this album. Really trying to change up his persona. Yeah.
That was written about his mom.
No, I've rested on my laurels of this long enough. It's time to put in some work. This time.
fucking peacock songs and shit.
Writing a song about his parents.
Indeed.
Is this a song about like network wars or something. It's like CBS.
Like NBC.
Rooster was about his father.
Yeah, it's about his mom is involved in multi-level marketing.
Yeah.
Snuff the peacock.
NBC.
It's the newest Netflix marketing thing. Like, yeah, we've come to snuff the peacock. Oh fuck.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I think you should check it out. If you like Alice in Chains, it sounds like exactly like fucking Alice in Chains. So I was like, okay.
I like
Kinda
it
rules.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I could put that, like, I love all the stuff with Lane, obviously. And,
Absolutely.
like, I sing to that stuff all the time still.
Favorite singer.
Still, but, like, I'm not into the newer stuff as much, but I still, like, it's just the sound, man. Like, I can put that on and be doing anything.
Still sounds the same.
Yeah.
You know
Like,
what I mean? And that, you know. It is what it is.
You can
Nobody's
just
ever
listen-
gonna love it as much as fucking Facelift and whatever, but it's
No,
like, you know,
no.
but it still rules.
Yeah.
And he's still out there doing it.
Yeah.
Fucking Joe Barresi rules, you know, like
I
it's
do
fucking
throw
awesome.
on the new stuff because I'm still interested in it. So like every once in a while I'll get a hair in my ass. And
It's
I
very
think it
rare
kicks
that
ass.
like
Yeah.
an old band puts out something new and I'm actually like front to back like holy shit.
Right.
Like the only time probably be another band you hate, but like honestly, I mean it was a while ago, but
Probably.
there was probably 3 or 4 albums ago now, but like there was a new Korn record, the Serenity of Suffering. That thing front to back, I was like, if you gave up on them around Issues-ish, like when I did, like that thing is fucking solid
Like
front
The
to
World
back.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But that album front to back, I was like, holy shit, all right.
Yeah.
But it's rare.
There's a new fucking. You guys caught the new Marilyn Manson shit? Have you probably heard it?
I fucking refuse to listen to
No,
anything
yeah.
that Marilyn Manson's to do. I just do not give a shit.
Yeah,
I have been let
I'm with
down
you
too
on
many
that one,
times.
dude.
I listened to it out of basically morbid curiosity, so I've never been a huge fan or whatever it is. What it is, we saw him. I love fucking Zombie, and we went to Zombie. It was right before lockdown on COVID, and we saw Zombie, who I've seen a bunch of times, and Manson was, and I was like, kind of excited to see Marilyn Manson. Like, whatever, I'm sure he fucking rules, you know. I'm not the biggest fan, but it's fucking Marilyn Manson. Let's see what's, you know, got a few beers in me. Let's fucking roll. You know,
Right?
But he did. That's exactly
All stars
it was bad, dude. Well, that's the thing is, I like that song, like that record. I liked and shit, and like, dude, he was first of all, he's like super overweight, can't sing fucking anything, like bad.
Marilyn Fatson.
Well, I mean,
Seriously,
drugs.
dude. Yeah,
I
He
saw,
looks like someone that has done a lot of drugs
He looks,
for many years.
He looks good now. He's fucking kind of pulled it back together after being canceled and Me Too'd and sued and arrested. And
Right,
everything
that's
else he's fucking
stress.
had to do.
He just hasn't been here.
Yeah.
Burn, we should be like, you know who else went through that? Jesus.
I saw the first
Guess you
show.
guys do have something in common, huh?
I saw the first show of the Mechanical Animals tour in Detroit.
Yeah.
It was the first night of the tour, and I like Antichrist Superstar was my fucking life up to that point. I was like from 15 to then.
Dude.
I was
Little Mike with
I was
the
like,
highlighter.
fuck, this is the greatest thing I've ever heard. So
Is that
it
what
was
taught
a
you how to play keyboards?
No.
It was that.
no Trent Reznor.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it would have to have been.
Anyway.
The other Marilyn.
It was not a good show.
Got it.
But what was great was when they did I Don't Like the Drugs, but the drugs like me. They had this big light up sign, massive like drugs on the back of the stage, all lit up, except the S was burned out. So drug.
Perfect. Because that's literally
It was so
the
bad.
definition of a burnout. Absolutely.
That's a fucking ultimate Spinal Tap moment. No, that's pretty goddamn funny. I saw Avenged Sevenfold once, and they had, you know, their skull logo with the bat wings or whatever the fuck, and they fucking dropped down or whatever, and I swear to fucking God that thing was made out of aluminum foil. And we were just like, oh, it just looked so bad, and we were just like dying fucking laughing.
That's funny.
That was one of the worst shows I ever
Walked
saw.
out after like 3 songs. We were just like,
Sevenfold?
no.
And it wasn't necessarily them. I don't love them, but it was at the fucking. It was, we went to see Coheed, and fucking those guys were on a co-headlining tour, which is a little weird. But
Right.
so we basically went to see Coheed, who I was always a big fan of, and but it was at the Cobo Arena or Cobo Hall or whatever, you know,
In Detroit?
It sounded so fucking terrible in there. Like it was just like the worst venue ever.
That's in Detroit,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's like an old like.
I saw
venue
Incubus
there.
and Deftones there in
Yeah.
like 99
Yeah,
or
I think I was
2000.
at that show too.
Yeah.
yeah.
It sounded like shit then, too.
It's like the worst sounding venue ever. So like, yeah,
it was worse than the Deltaplex.
Yeah, and the Deltaplex.
Oh my
sucks.
God.
Yeah, it was very similar,
the
really.
only band that I've ever seen sound good at the Deltaplex was Perfect Circle.
I was gonna say,
And
Perfect Circle sounded good there.
Killed.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
sounded really good.
Yeah.
Every
I saw-
other show,
Because they always
just
sound
sounds
good.
like
I saw
shit.
Pantera on the Reinventing the Steel tour with
Nice.
Soulfly and Nothing Face and Morbid Angel.
I was at that show.
That sounded
was
great.
the last show
Were you
that I went
15?
to for like 10 years.
Yeah, I was young.
I
Yeah.
left like 3 songs into Pantera. I was up in the seats because I didn't want to be on the floor.
Well,
And I
'cause,
was,
like, if
and
you
I was
were at
like,
that
yeah, I've
show-
seen enough Pantera. That's enough. I get it. I'm good. I'm gonna
you
beat
were
the
at
trash
that
man.
show.
Thanks, Phil.
When
See ya.
suddenly, as soon as Morbid Angel got done,
But that was like 7 bands.
no, but as soon as Morbid
Yeah.
Angel got done and Soulfly was like loading in, if you were down on the floor, like I
Spine Shake was on that tour too. weren't
suddenly you like look around and everybody is like huge and Samoan. You're like, I'm getting the fuck out of here and into
Yeah.
the stands now.
I didn't even try to get anywhere near the front at that
Start
show.
pulling the tribal drums out. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
oh shit, is mushroom head going on? What's happening? I saw a lot of fucking good shows at that fucking, but it fucking sounded like shit at fucking
The Cobo?
they're tearing that place. No, not Cobo. Here,
Deltaplex.
they're tearing it down, right? I think.
I'm not surprised.
I know it's.
I
sold.
I thought it's
End of
been
an
torn
era.
down
Yeah.
for like 20 years until
Yeah.
I drove by it
No.
the other day. I was like, oh shit.
I'll be damned. We still fucking been seeing some shows there and stuff. We saw a Perfect Circle there like not that long ago. I
Right.
mean, it was like
Yeah.
before their last album, which was 2018 or something like
yeah.
that. So like,
Yeah.
and I mean, they fucking killed there. We're actually going to see that this fucking shit here, the Santa shit. They're doing it again. They're bringing it back. We're seeing that. You guys
Gonna be huge.
Go to
be
the
huge.
show at the Van Ant. It's one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Real
It's-
Maynard double
it's
dip, dude. It's gonna be
Primus, A
glorious.
Perfect Circle, and Pussifer,
Oh,
and they all
yeah,
play
my uncle
all
was
the
telling me
time.
about
Right.
that.
But here's the thing,
One of
right?
the best shows I've
Well,
ever
I was
seen.
at that Perfect Circle Deltaplex show.
Yeah.
It was the first show I took my son, his first show. I can be like,
Nice.
creds, you got
Yeah.
a good first show. And I remember sitting there distinctly going, oh, I also can listen to the album and not spend as much money to see them stand there.
But not the case on this show. That's not the case.
It's not a slam. It's just true, though.
Or you can play backing tracks and run around and go like this.
I mean, they're no Sevendust, but
Say what you will. Those motherfuckers have strobe lights. They're on trampolines throwing picks behind their back. Like,
Yeah.
that's worth a
You can put the
seeing.
CD on and fucking put a strobe light on.
I'm not sure it's responsible
Perfect Circle's actually
parenting to
playing.
expose a kid that young to Maynard, dude. That
might
much
be true.
choiceness at once. It's all
Yeah.
downhill after that, dude. You're gonna
Yeah.
set the bar, the expectations for this poor kid, dude.
Yeah,
His little 5-year-old mind's gonna be blown,
he's
son.
all
Come
into
on now.
like funk now. PHONK. Like
What is fuck, dude?
I don't even know what the fuck
Okay,
that
so
is.
it's like
Wait, I'm still trying to figure out hip hop.
Yeah.
okay. From as best as I can gather it, because he has kind of trouble explaining it, but like the examples he's shown me, I'm like, oh, so when you hear like Telephone Kit and like Bit Crushed stuff
Yeah.
on like Timbaland-esque weird offbeat
Okay.
shit, that's
Okay.
like a subgenre, I guess.
Okay.
So I started him on Maynard, and that's where it led him.
That's
So
fair.
I'm like,
I like
I have to flex as a dad for a second. My son is back at my house. He's got his guitar plugged into Amplitude on my
Yeah.
computer, and he's trying to play Walk by Pantera. So Walk and also Holy
hammer
Diver
There you go. That's
and
yeah.
some Megadeth shit that like whatever.
tell
He's trying to play the classics.
him to start with Walk. That's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yes. And then he hits the whammy bar every once in a while. Like,
And the
Just
whole
dive
guitar
on
goes
it.
on its
oh yeah, he's having a blast.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's sweet, dude.
Yeah, but I'm not lying when I say that fucking Santa show is one of the best shows I've ever seen. It's unbelievably sweet, dude. I don't love Primus, but like the whole thing.
Because they switch all.
It's everybody's playing.
Yeah.
Nobody leaves the stage ever. Everybody's playing on everybody's songs.
Everyone?
Oh, so it's not like 3 separate sets. It's just like this nonstop
it's
shit.
Nonstop, like it's Maynard's shit because it's his birthday, but they're still
Right.
doing the tour. And Primus, and everybody's just playing every
It's like
song.
a way choicer version of Slipknot.
Yeah, pretty much. But people like there's like 2 lounges on the stage, and everybody's just like hanging out when they're not playing, and like
That's
all
kinda
3
cool.
drum set, dude. It fucking rules, dude.
That's
It
cool.
was choice.
Might
It's
have to go to
Slipknot, but
that.
they can tell you what key the song's in.
Yeah.
Where was that first show?
I caught it at Pine Knob.
Pine Knob, yeah.
It was fucking badass.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah, go. I'm telling you to go.
I may have
I'm not
to.
joking around here. I've seen a lot of goddamn concerts.
I remember seeing a lot of promotion for it last year.
Yeah, I mean, I bought that fucking poster for almost, I don't even know.
That's pretty great
Because
poster.
last year
It's a
was
good
like
poster,
his 60th or something, right?
Yeah, that's and
Okay.
it was basically literally they're like it was so choice we're gonna do it again.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah, I heard it was awesome.
Yeah, Maynard fucking. I pretty much have built that guy's house with the amount of money I've spent on that. Seriously.
Put another wing on the wine.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
That's always been the
bastard.
joke. We're adding another wing to his winery every time we fucking. Yeah. Fucking. What else is going on, guys? You guys fucking. Anybody listening to anything else? I fucking brought up the Alice in Chains. It seems like there was something else I was listening
There's a new
to.
Pig EP.
Oh yeah,
That's fucking amazing.
is it good?
Oh yeah,
I only know that guy because of you.
that's the next show I'm gonna go see out in Detroit.
Where's he playing? Is he playing Smalls? Let's
Yeah.
go. I want to go. What the
I
fuck?
already got tickets. Go buy tickets. There's still tickets. Go fucking buy tickets. It's like November 16th.
All right, I'll get tickets
Saturday.
if I can fucking go with you.
It's gonna be fucking awesome.
I don't know.
It's, yeah, you can ride with me.
Plugging dates. We have one.
We have one.
Yeah,
day.
we're playing in a couple weeks.
24th.
Yeah, Mulligans, right? Is that what it is?
Well, whenever this airs, right? So yeah, it's October.
This comes out
24th.
on the 28th.
Okay, so we'll have played 4 days
Just
ago.
kidding. Normally, I put it out in like 2 to 3 days, but in this particular case, I think it's going to drop somewhere around the 28th to 30th. I think.
And just after
Well,
Did you guys have fun?
You guys, we just had this
Did you guys have
kick-ass
fun?
show. We had this great show at Mulligan's on the 24th. It was great. Yeah,
It was a
whatever.
Thursday. There's 5 people there.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Done
And
that.
those 5 people
It's a
are
good time.
us. And the other bands.
Yep,
Yes.
yep.
That's pretty much it.
No,
Mulligans is
The
always
other
a
band's
fucking good time.
wives.
Because no matter what, you can get fucking hammered. You can always just get hammered
okay,
at
and like
Mulligans, dude.
the sad day, because remember how like we used to like pay for and care about concerts a lot, like, and we're like, it's free, please come. I know you have to work in the morning.
Yeah, I've done the Thursday at Mulligans. It's pretty brutal.
That was our first show.
Yeah,
No, our first show was a Friday. We
With,
looked
uh,
out.
that was our first.
No, with
show.
long,
Yeah.
me and him, with long after midnight. That was our first show. It was
We
a Thursday
went to the
Mulligans.
Thursday and it was literally nobody there. And
Yeah.
like I was pretty much
Especially
doing
if you're
half a
first.
stand-up set. Like I was just kind of like
It was a nice-
talking shit.
It was a nice tryout.
It's tough up here, I'll tell you.
No, like the condition of us playing was like we have to be first because so many of us have to work in the morning. Like, we're not even gonna do this.
Seriously.
Like,
yeah.
Like, yeah, we gotta do, people gotta drive back to Lansing and fucking shit. Like,
Right, like-
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of a weird hobby to
It is.
have at
Yes.
this age because like it's just like it's not weird to other people necessarily, but it's just we don't know like who. Like I don't have my fucking finger on the pulse. Like give me a break. Like, whatever. I got fucking kids at
Here's
home.
the thing, like
so
most
it's
people, I'm not saying most people, but like let's say you have a hobby and you're alive and you're a dude this age. Chances are you're like, I'm trekking out my car,
Or I'm
I
going
go
out in the woods.
hunting. I do this thing
yeah.
that doesn't
I smoke
rely
meat.
that doesn't rely on
Other people.
validation of other people. Like, hey, come watch me build my car in my garage.
Indeed.
It's
Maybe
weird.
that probably get a lot of fucking get a lot of views. You should start that channel, dude.
Yeah, right. But I don't know. So I guess that's the thing because here's
Well, I get a lot of views if
what's-
Mike did it.
right. Yeah, because I'd be in there like with like fucking peanut butter and jelly. Like, is this a
That's what we should do. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like saying, dude, and I got a couple of sweet cars. Let's work on them, but we have no idea what we're doing. And that's the whole show. Watch these idiots get really frustrated.
Yes.
Just cranking in the YouTube music.
That would be great. But
What the fuck is this? I don't know, man.
so here's the difference,
Your
though, right?
serpentine belt, bro.
I could navigate around on there.
Well, like when a
I
lot of
wrenched
us,
a little.
when we were younger, and like to whatever degree, and any of us were ever like trying,
Yeah.
right? It was shit tons easier to get people to come out. I don't think it's because we were trying. I think it's because it was the era.
Yeah, it was the age you were.
And now, though, that we're just sincerely like, oh, not only like, hey, check it out, we're actually good at this. This is like actually great. And
Yeah.
the only reason we're doing it is because like this is just genuinely coming from a place of like, fuck, we gotta like we're artistic now. We're doing this because we want to do it.
If I don't do this, I'm gonna cry in the shower.
So
Yeah.
like,
See, I do both.
right.
I do both.
But it's like
But now you're competing with people mowing their lawns in the morning. It's like, I can't show up.
there's that.
Mow my lawn.
There's that. What to me what's most frustrating about it for me is just
Build a
that,
retaining wall.
well, it's not even complaining, but it's more like what sucks about it is it's like, man, like we would be doing this in a basement anyway.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's what we're doing. Yeah.
Because we like to do it.
Yeah.
But the thing that then sucks is then because the end result is that
show it off.
you'd want, and that's not even just necessarily for me even to show it off. It's that, like,
not in that
when I listen to
context,
music, that whole thing was like, oh man, I dig this, I can relate, it does something for me. Well, that whole like that medium where you have to then get it into somebody's hands or
Oh,
ears,
That's what I mean.
that's fucking weird and gone and easy
Yeah.
and a part. Well, I just put it on the internet. Well, it's been on the internet for 8
Yeah,
months.
and
What the fuck? Nobody
listens
cares.
to it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well,
There's
if
too
you're
much
gonna-
shit on the internet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Music doesn't mean anything on the internet.
Exactly.
There's no value.
Yeah,
Like,
that's exactly
all of
what's
the
happening,
bands
yeah.
on the internet that are getting views are doing fucking sketch comedy videos.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
And not
Yes.
play like, oh, and also we have music. Here's a funny
Yeah.
video that we did.
Yeah,
Like,
or just like, small
like you're
clips on,
writing
like,
scripts
TikTok
and
or
learning how to
something.
Yeah.
That's really where
and
bands
shit.
blow up.
The video.
That's
like,
everything.
views on
It's just
the
these little
fucking
7-second
joke
things.
album.
Share it, a
That's
little
it.
Yeah,
bite-sized
you know.
nugget of something you
That's
can
it.
munch on real quick, dude. Get it out
Just
the
that
door.
one hot
Yeah.
riff.
And
Yeah.
like,
Drop
literally
that.
One tasty little fucking
here we
riff
are
nugget,
again.
dude.
What
Works.
happens though?
Yeah. Yeah.
because nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, we're keenly aware we have 37 views of this show. We really get it. We really get it.
Well, there's 100 million podcasts. You know why?
50.
Because there's 100 million dudes over
Triple
30
digits,
that
baby.
like talk.
Check this out. Guaranteed 7 views. 7 of us.
Yeah.
Most of our YouTube views was me just rewatching it over again.
You just put it on repeat.
We're just gonna book increasingly bigger bands to come on the show. We're like, yeah, Kalamazoo Symphony Orchestra. Do you work our way up view-wise? That seemed a lot funnier in my head. We can just keep moving right along.
I
thought that was very contextual relevant.
What would suck is they come on and they just kill it. They're all hilarious.
Indeed. Crushing.
Oh, you guys heard the new Kalamazoo Symphony Orchestra? Fuck, it's so fucking
I forgot what show they were on, but they were specifically very entertaining.
oh my god. God, that cellist is just fucking hot. Fuck.
That's why I like the studio though. At this fucking point in my musical career, he might say, is I mean, like, you know, I want to get out and play again too because that's very fun too. But like, the studio's fun. You can get
Is
your.
it
Well,
fun,
it's a lot of
though?
fucking work, right? And that's why I quit doing it.
A lot of
That's
work.
why I quit doing it.
I mean, to that point, it's less complaining that we're doing and more like
An observation.
an observation.
Yeah.
Like, what do we do? Like, we know how to write good songs now, but what do we do with them now?
Yeah, exactly. I pretty much figured out. I've come to the conclusion, like, I don't know, a while back when I think we've all gone through this shit, but it was like, I kind of came to the conclusion, it's like, I can either create the music or promote the music. Right. I can only do one because I only have time to do one. And I just kind of chose to I'm just going to create dumb shit by myself in my fucking little room here. And I'm going to send it to Mike and he's going to fucking put a boop boop on it, and then we're gonna go sweet. It actually goes the other way. He does a boop boop and sends it to me, and I go blah blah blah, and then we're like all right, sweet.
Yeah.
And then it goes to nowhere. But I'm just like, all right, that's so I don't know. That's
Have
what's
you
fun to
ever
me.
written like a really eloquent, fucking poignant email that like you just you don't send it. Like, it's the same fucking thing.
It's like you just gotta
Put all that work in.
You just
I'm
gotta
gonna
get
wait
it
on
out.
this. I should have journaled this first. Should have put it in my dream journal.
Someday somebody's really gonna fucking enjoy this shit.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's that it's tough because like it is weird because if you are continuing to do it like we all are, and like you should in theory be better at it now than
Right.
you were then, but also you're at a point where like you don't care, nobody cares, whatever. But it's like oh man, I'm actually like pretty sweet at this now. Right. But it's like as a man, if I was this sweet when I was like 21, it would have been a killer, you know.
Right.
So,
See,
like,
I think there's variables with that though. For that happening, like recording has really kind of evolved where you can get really sweet sounding shit.
yeah. In a
The next
in our
room
basement.
over, as opposed to like
Shout out to
paying
Chris Frankhauser.
Frank Hauser for sure. I mean,
Frank Hauser.
he's the guy, man. He's a maestro for sure. But yeah, I mean, the capabilities of getting good sounds really kind of, in my opinion, makes us, makes it easier for songwriting.
Well, yeah, but that's the catch-22 is because the barrier to entry is way lower.
Right.
So, and it's not, the art of recording isn't what it is anymore, where it was like the art of recording used to be, how do you put a microphone on a thing?
Right.
Now it's just, everybody just makes trap beats and fucking does whatever.
Dude, like,
Or uses plugins.
Literally less than a week ago, I was like on like a newer idea we're working on. I was like, hey, Mike lives an hour away. I want you to suck the audio out of this YouTube video of fucking Air Force pilots seeing UAPs and put it into our song. And 3 minutes later, he's like this.
Yeah.
What the amount of fucking from A to Z that just
And then
happened?
he sent it to me because he's like, wait, I have an idea. And because we were talking about it. And then he did that. And it was back to me within like 5 minutes.
Exactly.
I just Google shit. I open up Google and I go extract YouTube audio,
Yeah, it's
and then
hard.
I click on the
Right.
first link, and then
There's all kinds of ways.
and then it says do X, Y, and Z, and copy the URL here, and I go okay, copy.
Yeah, you
paste.
put it in the thing and it just steals the audio. I've had to do that.
It's real artist when you get right down to it. It's
It takes a long time to write, dude.
20 years ago or something, George Massenberg was all like curmudgeonly in some interview, like, oh, these kids are gonna be making albums in the bathtub with their iPhones. It's not even worth doing anything anymore. And everyone's like, oh yeah, whatever. Fuck you, George. You're old. But now you go on TikTok and it's like a third of the
that's what they do.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Some kid in his bathtub with an iPhone going, oh look.
Yeah, look what I did.
This just went platinum.
The thing that sucks
shout out
is
to
it usually
George.
bangs too. It usually bangs too.
Yeah, well, it does.
You can't even
These
hate
fucking
on it.
kids-
You're like, you're in
Because you don't want to do anything. You can just
Bro.
grab loops and shit. That's what I'm saying.
So-
It's like you
Right.
don't have to actually know how to.
Yeah.
At least in our day, it was like you at least had to go on the fucking thing. You at least had to.
Right.
And now you don't have to do it. It's just drag and drop all
Yeah.
samples.
Well,
and
side
everything.
note, am I the only one
Click
a
and
little bit
paste.
concerned about Mike talking about the number of like children in bathtub videos is getting in the algorithm? Do you think-
No. We knew that. We screened him before. We ran him through a database.
It's like day after day, it's just the children in these bathtubs. That's all I get.
They're all over 18 because they also have links to their OnlyFans.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, remember when we were gonna start OnlyFans?
Oh, yeah.
To like promote us?
Oh my god.
That's what we should
Gross.
do. Yeah.
Only bands, dude. It's the way to go.
That's well
It's the wave
played.
of the future.
Yeah.
Well, okay. On the flip side, right? Because like I get to anybody who's bothered listening this long, like this can
That's
sound like
trademark, by the way.
we're like, yeah, like we're complaining. Like, okay, a little bit we are, but here's the thing. Like on the flip side, right? You want to promote your band, which you have to if you want anyone to hear it, which I want that.
Right.
Like, I have never been more proud of something I've been in, and I was in bands that did pretty good and got kind of far. This is better than any of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
Flat.
like you should
Nice.
be better at it, but it's also like.
But again,
like how it's like, yeah, we're really good at this now, but I'm also like my back.
I guess right. To be fair, spamming an event on Facebook gets the same amount as people as standing out in the cold in the winter outside the orbit room handing people
out
1,000 flyers.
It doesn't have the same charm though at the end of the day.
Because I'd be out there with like CMFJ and whoever else, and I'd be like, all right, yeah, neon toilet paper, hail Satan. And people would be like, what? And then at least they'd look at it. It works.
It was kind of a bonding experience.
I mean, running around in the cold with a couple of pints in your back pocket. Flying all night.
Here's the difference. Here's the difference. It's the people that were doing that were the people that had the fucking like grit to go do that.
Yeah.
That's the difference. So like the level of like commitment to go fucking do that, where now anybody can go, yeah, we're playing Mulligans. Well, yeah, okay, dude.
And then that gets sucked up in the
we're all playing Mulligans.
Dude, we get
At that point in time, I didn't have kids or a wife, and I lived with my parents.
Even if you take that out, right? Who's walking around looking for flyers? Are there even flyers in local record shops or anything anymore?
Probably.
I think so.
Are there even local record shops anymore? It's a more important question.
Local record shops fucking gone, you know. So
there's a couple, because I mean, there's still college kids that are still doing shit, but it's
I've got one floating around down in Kalamazoo.
Well, I know, but they still go to those places for vintage, and they still like there's still numbers on the wall for like.
Dude, I think the only way that would work is if you literally said the most offensive anti-woke shit, and then you went, just kidding, on the back end of the venue.
Well, maybe they're just super old.
Maybe that's the move. Well, you mean you just nailed it. Maybe
they're just from like. Maybe those papers are just from like '99.
Dude, okay, the best flyer I ever did in Easttown, back when you would like go with a like staple gun and like put shit up on the posts.
Yeah.
Okay, there was a fucking. I was putting up flyers for like whatever, and then I saw like somebody had put up like a lost cat, and then like you can like.
Oh, dude, I was with you.
You can pull the like thing down, and I was like, "Fuck this!" And I went to Kinko's, made a flyer that said "cat found," and it was a picture of a dead cat, and then I advertised our show, and I put it up right under that one. I swear to God, that got like 30 people through the door. They were like, "Is this where the fucking cat is?"
Can we see the dead cat?
Oh god!
Is this an angry PETA mob? Be like, all right, this is the best turnout we've ever had here. This is tremendous.
Now it would be. People would show up and protest.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's like fucking the infamous. What's thinking about fucking. You know, I love Tool, but fucking, they got their first couple of big shows were from handing out fucking crazy flyers. And then they did that show at the Scientology Center that was kind of exactly what you're talking about. It was this crazy fucked up thing. They brought those fucking fat dancers out on stage and all that shit. And like, it causes huge controversy and all this shit. And
Yeah. That was that show?
Like an idiot. Controversy. I don't know what that is.
It's close enough.
But you shit your pants, it's a controversy.
That shit used to work, you know. You used to be able to fucking like do like fucking bizarre ass shit like that. Now it's like, I don't know. It's whatever. I mean, whatever. We're all playing the tip top, you know. Like, what are you gonna do? You know.
And the problem is, you still do that. You just have to do it in short form video format.
I know, which I don't got the gumption for, dude.
Like every other day.
I know. I was just like, I don't know, dude.
In perpetuity.
Like Matt's on onlyfeet.com on this fucking thing.
It's been a nice revenue stream for the pod so far. So
these are only buns. These are
real sick fucks, dude.
That's a dark corner. They just
squashing around in SpaghettiOs and shit.
Look at that
Big market.
He's gonna pop that one. They're popping.
The gout's flaring up. Tune in tonight for that premium, for that good.
Only buns.
It's a high res pic.
That's a big market.
I'm gonna throw up
A lot of money in that.
Oof.
It's gold mine.
Yeah.
Good luck with that, by the way.
I mean, you don't need luck when you got skills like this, baby. I mean, the product speaks for itself.
You don't need antibiotics.
With them bunions.
Oh yeah.
Well, to turn it inward, right? Like, so, like, what do you guys think of your own this platform, right?
It's terrible.
Do you?
I mean, you're here, you know.
But do you encounter the same thing? Because, like, okay, for anybody in the internet that comes across this or whatever, right? So there's this whole like decently, really professional setup. Like, you guys don't see like the Jamie from Joe Rogan over here. Like, there's all this shit back here. And it's like you put together like thoughts and like you investing time. You bother, like there was a whole email exchange that was funny. How this came about.
That was funny.
But like, all right,
How funny was it?
quick aside. Okay,
You can talk about it if you want. It's up to you.
don't forget where I was going with this. Okay, but like, yeah. Okay, so Ross has been friends with and in a band with Mike forever. Known Josh since whatever high school.
Forever. Not high school, but a long ass fucking time. Yeah,
Whatever.
just after high school, really.
Yeah.
And somehow through the iteration of stupidity that this was, like I had seen Dangerville come up in my feed, like
Because we're huge. Yeah, of course.
because you're huge.
We're enormous.
Because of like like other mutual friends that aren't them. So then when I'm like trying to like, oh, well, hey, I should get us on some shit or do a podcast or whatever. And like I sent out like the long form, like, hey, whatever.
Professional.
You. While
Actually, he saw it first.
While at the same time, I'm like, hey, get a hold of your friend Ross, you fuck.
Guess what he didn't do?
And he
by
didn't
the
do
way.
it. So then when you're like, yeah, I guess I can have you on again or whatever. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I felt like I was overstaying my welcome. That was the thing. It's like,
I think I
Too
literally
much,
told
too
Mike, I
soon.
was like, we got this fucking email from Mike Hafer, and I was like, I'm gonna break his balls a little bit. I literally said to you.
And you sent me a picture of Josh face down, ass up,
On this futon.
right there. And I was like,
it's the only way to be, dude.
There's some real Diddy
Stop
shit going
traffic.
down that night
If
on the
you're not
cast. It was
face
out
down,
ahead
ass
yet.
up, then
You didn't do a podcast, right? And I said later, I was like, he's the only one smart enough who's taking advantage to crash on the futon. That's why I bought the fucking futon.
and in the meantime, I screen grab that, goes to our band chat, and I'm like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Anyway.
Sleep. Like he was talking about good sleep.
So okay, that's the perfect example of us circling the same drain to nowhere.
Yeah, pretty much. And now here we are talking shit about Sevendust.
The most shocking part of this
Gotta love
story
it.
is that someone heard of this podcast through means of other
Yeah.
than like, whoa,
It
that
means
was
you're
awesome.
at least 1 degree of separation now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is, wow,
We're getting there.
this is impressive. We're kind of a big deal.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is
Doing it
I
right.
like don't want to like spam people.
It's entertaining potentially dozens of fans in the greater West Michigan area.
But I don't want to do all this like fucking constant like fucking
Yeah.
like.
No,
we
and we
could
don't
do
either.
all that with this show and get like way more views and shit. And I'm just kind of like, that's kind of the other thing too, is I'm also just like, I don't really have time.
Right.
Like I got this much time to dedicate to it. That's what we're doing. We're fucking around with our buddies, getting fucking
It's just
high and
fun.
drunk, shooting the shit. And whatever, and it's just kind of like I got X amount of time, and this is what it's going to be. I can do
Right.
the thing, or I can promote the thing. I don't have
I
time to do
think
both.
the
Right.
difference might be though, like when we were younger, we were all busy, meaning we had social lives. We're going to go do this. What are we doing on Thursday night? What are we doing on Saturday night? Oh, I don't know. Oh, you got to remind me about this shit because blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Now it's like, no, I fucking heard you the one time you posted it. I already know I'm not going.
I gotta mow my lawn in the morning.
Yeah, that's right.
Mulligans on a Thursday.
Gotta build that retaining wall.
Right. Like, are you on at 5 p.m.? Then no.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's
exactly.
like, you know, that
Yeah.
I do struggle trying to figure out what's the platform just to be like, hey, I actually don't give a shit if you know who I am. It's nothing. But like, I would like people to hear this so that then like the 1 out of 20 of them that hear it, they will actually go, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe.
That's all I want.
Maybe.
No, they will, 'cause we have 1/20th of Grand Rapids in our band.
the entire music scene in Grand Rapids is in the band.
Right.
And like,
This is not a lie. No.
I know statistically I'm right.
Well, it's just like Slipknot. I mean, you know, we had to figure it out.
It
somehow.
really is.
We had to come together and figure it out.
I mean,
Yep.
technically, we are hitting multiple area codes, so
yeah.
thanks. By the way.
Sadly, we've got the 20th of Grand Rapids that doesn't have the DeVos or Van Andel money in the band.
See, that's what we're fucking missing. We need that goddamn DeVos money. Fuck.
hey guys, I just hired Betsy DeVos to be our Boss Tones dancer. Like, she's up there with a walker, just like
Betsy
DeVos.
Betsy
I don't know if I want to be around that.
Betsy DeVos.
That's fucking awesome.
Fuck this band.
that might have been-
now the Betsy
That might have
DeVos
been the
Tones.
worst joke I've ever made in my whole
No, it's great. It's fucking great.
The DeVos
That's solid work.
Whitey, Betsy DeVos Tones. Fuck yes.
Good.
Well, top that the rest of this podcast.
We could only play shows at charter schools. In their gymnasium.
Hey man, they got that allowance money to buy that merch, dude. You know what I'm saying? They're walking away with that T-shirt, bro.
And if you don't want it today, we'll give you a voucher for next time. That's fine.
No problem. Just talk to the custodial engineer. He'll get you your shirt.
It's that same janitor from the Nirvana video. Like,
I'm still doing this.
Same dude.
Can I please retire? I'm very old. I'm very not okay. I really need health care. Please. Get that camera off of me.
Oh man, that's
Did
great.
you guys hear fucking after all this Dave Grohl fucking scandal here, fucking Foo Fighters is putting it on ice for a while. Did you
Dude,
guys hear that shit?
doesn't it suck to be Josh Freese? Like, all right,
I
I'm free
know.
on my schedule.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Never mind.
He had left the Santa tour to fucking go back with those guys. Because obviously he
He's
was
so
the drummer for
good,
Perfect
too.
Circle. My hope is, and he left 2 shows toward the end of that tour, and I'm a huge Josh Freese fan, and I'm sure you are too. I mean, he's fucking ridiculous. And I was very pumped to see him play with a Perfect Circle again.
Yeah.
You know? And fucking 2 shows.
Stop traffic. That's happening?
No, it was on the Santa tour. It was the whole thing. He's back on
not,
Perfect
'cause he
Circle.
was committed to Foo Fighters,
So he
yeah.
had to go back to Foo Fighters. Left 2 shows to the end of the tour. Guess what show I saw? It was the last or second to last show of the tour. No Josh Freese. And I'm like, I've been waiting 10 years to see fucking Josh Freese play with a Perfect Circle again.
That's heartbreaking.
Waited that long just to find out that Josh Freese is nice.
I see what you did there.
My hope is that he's going to be back now on this next. They're doing like a whole year. This whole fucking tour is like a goddamn whole year of it. They were like, yeah, we made a lot of money. We're going to do this again. We got fucking Les Claypool.
He's the guy, man.
I guess
Josh in that band, though, just is. It's something.
Well, and even he says, he's like, of all the things I've done, because this is me as a player, not like this is, I got to
Be in
play
the studio,
whatever to make this track or whatever. And he was like, he's always said through the years, like, I've been waiting forever to get back with a Perfect Circle. The one time it happened, he was already committed to fucking Weezer and fucking.
Why did he quit initially?
Nobody quit. They just, a Perfect Circle is those 2 guys, and they put it together when they put it together.
Josh left, though.
He didn't like quit the band. It was just he was already committed to getting paid with other
Yeah,
things.
they're like most of
They're
that
still
band
out.
is in other bigger things.
Yeah, it's
so like,
it's half the guys from fucking.
What happens when you're a session musician?
Yeah.
You just
It's
you
the
need
guys
the
from
next
Failure. Fucking. The
I
guys,
know nothing about that. Apparently,
James Eha played with fucking a Perfect Circle forever.
I thought he quit.
No.
Maybe I'm wrong.
No, they literally when they finally got back together after 8 years or something, he was like, "Yeah, I got a tour that he was already committed to playing with Weezer, which was bizarre as fuck because Weezer has a drummer,
Right?
You know? That whole thing was weird.
They need like surgery or something.
No,
It's gotta
he
be getting
fucking-
old.
getting off
Old
on a
people get
rap.
surgery.
Mike's gonna need it after that sock incident. No, fucking Weezer. They did this thing where Pat from Weezer played guitar, Rivers was just singing, and Josh Freese played the drums.
There's
Oh,
just
that's kinda wild.
There's some
Yeah.
weird zeitgeist
Wow.
shit because literally earlier today, like I was like pointless car bickering with my wife about this Dave Grohl shit because I was just like pointing out, I was like, fuck you, even shocked. And she's like, literally, she goes,
That probably went over well, I'm guessing.
no, and she goes, well, no, because but she was like, well, I wouldn't see Rivers Cuomo doing this. I'm like, Rivers Cuomo doesn't have a dick.
No way, Rivers fucks, dude. Rivers is all up in it, bro.
But like
Come
literally,
on.
the same combo in a different shade.
yeah,
already happened today, and I'm like, wait, did I already do this podcast? Was I in too? What the fuck?
That's pretty much what we do is talk shit about
practice,
Weezer. Let's
bro.
be honest.
Practice.
You know what? It's a good thing that Justin Timberlake only got the DUI.
That's true. That's true. He's fucking pulling the fucking bra off the bitches at the fucking Super Bowl or whatever. What the fuck happened? You know, like the fucking thing, dude.
The malfunctioning woman.
Janet Jackson.
The weird nipple ring.
Show me them titties.
So it
I mean,
goes in
wasn't
this
it a
order.
tassel?
I hope so.
It was like a picture of Michael's face.
No, she had like this weird nipple ring that was all
So all this
that
weird.
was her whole boob.
The last summer, it goes.
I thought it was saline.
Try to shoot Trump.
Probably.
Biden drops out. Try to shoot Trump again. P Diddy, everybody butt sex. Dave Grohl is not the wholesome guy we all wanted him to be.
I mean, he's just got a new side project.
Right.
Nice guy. That's
Timberlake has a DUI. Eminem's a grandpa, and we just started the Whitey DeVos tones. This is getting weird.
24 has kind of been a banger.
Sounds
dude.
like a good scene, though.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's rules.
If somebody was going to try to write the plot to 2024, I don't think anybody would have been like, "Oh,
I think you
bullshit."
just did it, dude.
I think we're ready to hit those charter school gyms now. Let's tour. Let's tour.
Indeed. Yeah, we're launching our first tour. Playing Catholic Central.
The bench seats.
Fucking
After that, we'll be under the bleachers at Jennison. You know, like
we're playing with Sunny Day Real
Bleacher
Estate.
seat.
check us out. We'll be at the bus stop on the corner of
There are more people there than at
There would be like a lot of kids there. We might sell
great.
some merch.
I'll tell you what. Okay, so
True.
I went in high school in 9th and 10th grade. I went to Grand Rapids Christian High, and Rich DeVos was in my grade, which is fucking weird because he had an armed escort that hung out at school
Seriously?
all day long.
We got
but
an
one
armed
day
escort.
on Fridays we'd have chapel, and one of them, his band with some other dudes at the school played, and those dudes had the fucking sweetest gear, like PRSs and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was,
Nice.
and it was the most bland,
Just
generic
bought from
alternative rock
Firehouse.
that you've ever heard. But yeah, exactly, it was. It
Still
absolutely
with
was.
fucking tags on it. Dude, you're supposed to pull it. Here, it's a sticker.
Just playing Third Eye Blind
Dick.
cover songs.
That's some weird, surreal shit from my past that I'm like, wow, I saw that, and that happened.
Wish you would step
funny.
up from their lips. Down, oh, you suck.
Like, imagine if Bush had
Good songs.
Talent, yeah.
A-list talent.
But they got them looks, man. He's a handsome bastard. What are you gonna do, dude?
Still
What are you
looking
gonna
good.
do, man?
The Gav? You can't fuck with the
You
Gav,
can't fuck
bro.
with that guy, dude.
Well, some
It's
of
his
this,
hair.
the solo
It's
stuff.
all in the hair.
The solo stuff.
music's
from,
in the
like,
hair.
Early 2000s, late 90s.
Which one?
Solo. He did a solo.
Oh,
album.
Gavin Rossdale?
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
He
There's
did.
this-
He's a
Yeah.
good studio musician.
Yeah.
I saw
he? I
Bush
think he's
live
terrible.
way back.
Me too. I saw him on
And
the
they
No Doubt
were
tour.
just kind of boring.
Yeah.
Like he just stood there and
Yeah.
just like played and sang, and that was it. That was a fucking great. The rest of that concert was great though. There's No Doubt and Veruca Salt open.
I saw it. Goddamn it, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I was
Van
there.
Andel.
That was good.
That was a fucking
I was
great
there.
show.
That was
I
good.
camped out for
I
tickets.
thought they sounded pretty good, though.
Same. We had to get tickets from Rick Beam because they were fucking older and were waiting in line to get tickets, so it was like a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, I remember calling Rick Beam the next day, Little Ross going, "Oh, did you guys get the Bush tickets?" Like, I was like, "Can I get one?" That was like a big deal.
I camped out in front of the Plainfield Mire.
Yeah,
A whole bunch of other
yeah.
kids. My parents took their motor home and parked right there.
Nice.
Keep me safe.
That's top level.
look at
That's
that.
top tier parents.
Hold on
right
to
there,
that.
dude.
I went inside at one point during the night and bought a Ministry CD, so it was like enjoying that concert was already over because I'd started a new
Oh
journey.
no.
He's listening to it in his Winnebago.
Man, you lucked out. I just had to camp outside with my buddy at the Alpine Mire. It was just me and him and a line of lots of weird people.
We were in the Muskegon-Meyer, guys. You guys don't even know. Dude. We were in
long.
Muskegon-Meyer, dude.
How old were you?
Fuck, I would have been 11, 12.
Oh, shit,
something
yeah,
like
that's
that.
what I was talking about.
You know what's funny? I've never
that's
actually
50,
had to
40,
do that.
Yeah, dude, you haven't
Okay,
done
Bo.
real shit unless it's a school night and you remember overnight camping in Rogers Plaza to get to the
Yeah,
ticket
to get
line and
tickets
believe
to see
music.
fucking...
Like, fuck.
I never had to do that. I
Yep.
always had this weird ability to get into concerts for free.
Well, yeah,
and not even have to drive.
when you break in, dude. We know your MO here, bro.
Turn the
It's not
cameras
a
off.
weird ability, dude. It's literally breaking the law, dude.
He's dropping in Tom Cruise Mission Impossible style on that wired shit, dude. Coming in through the orbiter room chimney.
For real, it was just
It's really uncanny ability.
it was always just circumstantial. Like someone would have an extra ticket because someone would bail.
Oh, so like still how you get anywhere now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna go see the ocean in Chicago. Yeah, me too.
I never said that ability expired.
Can I ride in
just
your truck?
said I've always had it.
You
and
are
it's
that guy, dude.
Still present. But I go.
True.
I mean, why not?
Sounds sketchy as hell. Yeah, there's always an unfortunate series of accidents, and they just never. There's always kind of a free ticket there for him for some
I'm like
reason.
the guy on
Taking
the
out
couch.
You are
these
the
fucking
guy.
I'm like the guy
Tanya
on the
Harding
couch,
style,
but
dude.
the guy at the concert that eventually ends up on your couch.
What year is it? No, man, it's August.
Can you bring me home in the morning, though?
Let's do some shots. Woo!
I gotta feed my cats. I gotta mow my lawn.
No, I'm not going to your show on a Thursday night.
And if you know me, you know that's not true. I don't fucking mow my lawn.
I don't know if y'all saw mine. It was getting pretty rough.
I let it burn up just like that.
Same,
it's
dude.
crispy.
Fuck
when you
yeah,
walk
dude.
on it, crisp session.
Fuck it.
That's when you know you got a good lawn. 'Cause you don't have
Motherfuckers
to
out
mow
here,
it.
dude, it is a symphony of
My lawn's
leaf blowers out here,
definitely
dude.
longer than yours, neighbor. Bitch. What?
It's because you got trees.
Like, yo, your bitch
shades
ass
and shit.
lawn, dude, it's fucking shaved down, man. I got some fucking. We're going to seed over here.
I got the 24s. The 24s, long status. Spinners and shit.
Yeehaw, Bridget! Yeehaw!
Don't go into the long grass.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
if you don't get a tick when you leave my lawn, then fucking it's not long enough.
It's Tick Central.
I'm not doing my job then, apparently.
I just sent Mike and Johnny a funny. I made a meme. I'm this old.
Did you?
I tested it in our band chat.
Oh no!
And it's no, it's funny.
It
'cause
wasn't Josh passed out on the couch.
No,
was
it wasn't. It's that.
I'm gonna need that picture, by the way. just saying.
That's my steady jerk picture, dude.
That's gonna be my profile. That's gonna be my profile picture. What are you talking about?
It's that.
Speaking of profile pictures,
The scene in Jurassic
Grinder
Park.
profile.
The
None of your
T-Rex.
goddamn
I'm listening.
It's the scene in Jurassic Park where the T-Rex is like looking at Grant and the little girl, and he's got his hand over her mouth. That whole like, can't see it as if we don't move, right? And I have an arrow pointing at the T-Rex that says us, and then them says crowds. Because yeah,
Just turn up louder. That's what you guys need to do.
that's definitely.
I
not the
think
answer.
that's your guys'
That is
problem.
definitely not
is
the
to
answer.
turn
Yeah,
up
don't tell me that.
louder.
No,
Don't tell me that because you know I will. I'll be like, what?
Yeah.
Sound guy,
100%
David John
not that.
hits
Drums.
those fucking drums so
vocals.
hard. And I am so fucking loud, and he's loud.
Yeah,
And
I'm not. I feel like
We-
I keep a pretty conservative volume.
Yeah, no,
now.
you're too loud. So then Mickers has to compete, and then me and Jonas are over there like, well, fuck, we can't be like inaudible. Like that's what happens.
You know what's funny?
But if
the couple times I've tracked demos, you are the fucking loudest.
I think it's
You're
weird though.
twice as loud as him
louder than
and
me.
Jonas.
He's louder than me.
I think it's
And I don't
literally-
change anything.
No, I
like
know.
I'm just plugging
That's
a mic
your
in the
bad
same
engineering,
preamp.
dude. That's what.
What I honestly think though of that, which you're not wrong. I think it's
Microphone's
also
just bouncing off the speaker.
It's the extra sensitive SM57.
so loud.
I think it's because of having three guitars and like no idea of how to set up the stage necessarily. That like when I'm having to like, I'm right next to Jonas. That then when I have to turn my cab so it's not all unidirectional, I'm I'm actually way louder, but when you're in the room, it doesn't sound like it. But if you're right in front of the cab, you're like, oh fuck. Like, I think that's what is happening.
It's real Ghostbusters crossing the stream scenario.
And then welcome to the live show, because that's the other thing, right? Like,
welcome to a 7-piece with a sound guy that's
See,
like,
you missed
what
a golden
the fuck?
opportunity. You should have said, that's because my parts are just better. That's not actually louder. It's just because I'm writing better parts, so you're hearing them better.
Yeah, it's tone.
That's what you
It's
should
all
say.
about that tone,
It's
bro.
all on the
It's like
tone, bro.
my tone just.
I'm like, it's not actually
It's
louder.
everywhere.
It's just it's all in my hands. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It's just I got the golden touch.
It's in the fingertips.
Eddie Van Whalen.
Yeah.
I engineered the soundproofing of that room to only let the sweet parts through. So like, you got,
If you ain't redlining, you ain't headlining.
Tasty like so many.
there's no saying if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Oh God.
Oh, that thing just fucking spaced out. You guys want to? You guys good to go for a little bit? Do you need to wrap this up? Anybody?
I actually need to get going soon.
You got to get going. Okay. What about everybody else?
I got a
You
few
guys wanna
minutes
hang?
left.
We can
I got,
hang
I
out
got
for
a minute.
I have nowhere to be.
What you thinking, Mike? You gonna roll out of here? You good
hang
for
out
go
for a minute.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, maybe we'll fucking take a little break if you got a bowl.
Yeah.
We'll fucking do that.
Let's make a Johnny Scarecrow and just slowly see if anybody notices.
We'll put the Snoop Dogg. We'll put the Snoop Dogg cutout.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll leave my flannel.
Fire some Let's put the flannel.
The single button at the top, old school Snoop Dogg
It's gotta
style.
be a singer. Chad Kroger.
Snoop Dogg is a singer, kind of.
True.
For shizzle.
True.
All right, we'll take a little break here, and then
right.
we'll come back for a little bit.
Because she'd take the marijuana leaves and she'd soak it in vodka and then rub it on her joints for like her arthritis and shit.
Her
And this is in Albion, Michigan, out by
genius,
Jackson.
though.
And the kids in the neighborhood would come and steal the pot plants, and she'd go chase it after them. Go back with my plant. It's my plant. This fat little old Ukrainian woman.
She made that green dragon.
She did.
That's what's up.
She had the old world. She had the old world remedies. She knew what to do.
Have you ever had it? Like, have you ever had vodka infused with
No.
She didn't drink it. She just she used it as an ointment.
Oh no, I drank it.
But I wouldn't drink it. I had pot whiskey once. There's a brand called like Dr. Green's or something like that. It was the fucking
It's the same
worst.
thing. Tastes like ass.
It was the worst thing I've ever tasted in my life.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Holy
Johnny, you've
shit.
lost weight.
But you get fucking.
Unfortunately, we didn't get any of that material about your grandma rubbing her down with the sweet smelling oils and stuff.
We were talking about Mike's Ukrainian grandmother rubbing marijuana leaves all over
Yeah,
her.
all over
Yes.
sweet
Arthritis. That's
Am I the only one kind of rocking a semi after hearing that story right now, by the
she
way?
made the most badass pierogies you've ever had. Like
yeah.
she'd come to
Yeah,
visit
she
for a
did.
month, like every
know she
year,
did, man.
And I,
Did she-
I'm just a kid. I don't know shit about shit, but she's like, "Are you hungry?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then she just make fucking pierogies from scratch, make the dough from scratch and all of it, and then cook it up. And like, here, I'm gonna cook you half a chicken. Have this.
Nice,
Like,
nice.
You're never
crazy.
leaving there hungry.
oh yeah, no.
Yeah, and didn't your parents run a pizza spot or whatever? So you got like
Yeah.
a whole fucking cooking fucking
Yeah,
lineage.
I grew
dude.
up around cooking.
Yeah.
I love to cook.
Why are you a terrible cook then, dude?
What are you talking about?
He's not at all. I'm
a great cook.
Yeah, you are. And the fucking maestro of fucking. Where's your fucking goddamn cocktail smoker, man? What the fuck, dude?
I thought about bringing that. But
That's the whole reason I'm friends with you.
I make a pretty mean green bean casserole. I'm not gonna lie. It's hot.
That's not my
I
favorite.
put too much
Sorry.
pepper in one year, and yeah.
There's no such
Do you
thing.
roll with a little
I still haven't lived that one down.
Remember
I still haven't.
Oh, $1 million idea. You were like, oh, I made these enchiladas. I was like, sweet. Did you use cumin side meat?
That's the name of the new
Yeah,
band.
it's a huge.
Shit.
Human
We're
side
writing
meat.
some hot
You know,
tracks.
you know what that fucking thing is, dude? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I make the fucking world's greatest chili. The
Yeah?
greatest. I know everybody loves their chili.
Everybody north of like 83.
I got a pretty solid.
Platitude
I
thinks
got a pretty
that of
solid
themselves.
recipe.
I'm telling you fucking guys. And also my white chicken chili, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Boys.
I've had better.
No, you have not. It's not out. It doesn't exist.
He's like, no, it's not even out yet. We're still
Actually,
waiting on the demo.
let's talk about chili for a second. So
Still in beta right now.
I have heard that the fucking weirdos in Texas think that beans don't go in chili.
Yeah, no beans.
That
That's Texas
chili
chili.
is
No
just
beans.
steak.
That's not
and
chili.
No, you gotta
tomato
have. Yeah, you gotta
sauce.
have.
And I'm like, how's that
Gotta
just
have
not
some-
bean sauce?
Well, that's like,
Some beans.
dude,
Gotta have
that's
the
like
beans, bro.
That's
You
like
gotta have
Detroit
beans.
style
Yeah,
Coney.
gotta have
It's
beans.
just meat and slop.
Yeah.
You know?
not ground beef,
Yeah.
steak.
I know.
It's big chunks of steak
I get it.
in a tomato sauce.
Hey, look, people
Like,
got
they're
their
putting
styles.
steak and ketchup.
You gotta have
And
the
they're like,
beans,
"It's
bro."
chili.
Have you had Texas chili though?
No, I don't give a shit.
I'm assuming it's pretty good.
What?
I bet it's pretty good.
All that is.
Have you actually had
is
it?
a thick marinara sauce. That's it.
It's Texas marinara.
It's a steak marinara. Sounds good.
You know how like they legally
it's actually like marinara soup.
they legally can't call Kraft singles cheese because they're not cheese. They need to do that with Texas chili too.
Chiz.
You literally can't call it chili. You think they can't call almond milk anymore? Legally, it's not almond milk anymore. It's been for 5 years. It's almond drink or some bullshit. Almond.
Really?
It's look at the label. It's almond delight or something. It's not milk. It's not
almond
milk.
beverage.
Milk's a thing, right? So the milk
Who
companies.
owns the copyright on milk?
The milk companies sued the shit out of them, saying you can't sell a thing that's not milk as milk.
You don't want to get on the wrong side of Big Milk,
Big Milk,
boys.
bro.
Big Milk will fuck your world up in a hurry, son.
They're fucking terrified of non-dairy products taking over their shit. They'll lose all those government
That was the whole
subsidies.
basis of that Frosted movie, dude. Seinfeld calling it Big Dairy, Big Milk.
It's like that South Park where
Big milk.
Yeah, fuck with Big Milk. dude.
Shockwave's Pasteur is turning in his grave.
It's like milk. Gotta watch out for that shit.
okay, so there's a South Park where they covered plant-based burgers, and Randy's trying to figure out what to do with all the scraps from his weed.
Yeah.
And he realized I'm gonna make plant-based burgers out of them. And so then at some point,
blazed.
the cow farmer guy brings him all the cows. He's like, can't sell the meat anymore. Nobody wants them. They want the plant-based burgers, so these are yours. Fuck you. And so him and Tally get really fucking high and kill all the cows.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. And then he does the classic fucking. Oh, that's it's so good. That's such a good.
I love that
episode.
he sees the plant-based. He's plant-based. Holy shit.
Randy Marsh is like a top 5 character of any show of all time. Randy Marsh is clutch.
And with
It's
Tolly
so
combined,
fucking
the
funny.
way
Oh
they
my
just,
god.
Like, put Tolly in that whole thing. It is like.
It's a real Abbott and Costello, dude. They got a real magic between
My
those two.
problem is I don't know where to watch South Park anymore. Like, where the fuck is it's
Paramount Plus.
Yeah, it's on Paramount.
Max, dude.
All right. So, I just got 2 hours on this one.
It is on, no, it's on
honest,
Max
I
because
didn't know
Max
either.
buys
The specials are on
YouTube.
Paramount, right? Like the one-off specials are on Paramount. And
Yeah, go to
I do most of my streaming on
MySpace. You gotta go on MySpace and watch it.
Let's bring back MySpace, dude. That was where it was at, dude.
Dude,
MySpace was money.
is anybody watching that Penguin show? Speaking of TV shows, it's show.
It looks good, man.
That first episode was a
Excited.
banger, son. It's very well done. Colin Farrell fucking crushes in that role,
What's it,
dude.
what's it on? What's it streaming on?
Also Max.
LimeWire. It's on 4chan.
Yeah, exactly. LimeWire. Bro, it's on Napster.
Gotta go on SoulSeek.
You get it on Napster, dude. What are you talking about? You're not on Napster?
Yeah, dude.
What?
Yeah, no.
Get with the times,
It's on Max.
bro.
I gotta sign up, bro.
Put in that
It's on,
Napster.
it's on Juarez. You gotta go to Juarez. Fuck.
I did just catch. I caught that new fucking Salem's Lot. The Stephen King.
how is
book.
that?
I just threw that in the
It
queue.
is, have you read Salem's Lot? Do you know what it is?
No.
It's,
I considered it once.
it's a pretty
I can't
fun.
even read. So.
It's a pretty fun vampire story. Not the best. It's literally the first Stephen King novel, basically, like the first one that really like. And it's a very okay vampire story. And the movie is a very okay vampire movie. Don't go in thinking it's the new A24 banger of a thing. It's a campy, slightly, sort of funny. In a way.
Universally, every Stephen King book that was adapted that wasn't just like a supernatural one. Like take Green Mile out of the equation, Shawshank out of the equation. Like every horror-based Stephen King movie ever made basically is suck balls.
They're
just
the worst
bait.
movies ever
They're
made.
just bait.
They're just terrible.
Yeah.
Is it at least entertaining?
Yes.
It's
Oh, yeah.
spooky season.
Very bad.
They're
It's
not good.
They're not good.
It's pretty
but are they
PG-13.
bad?
You know what was
Like, they're
choice
just kinda
though?
in the gray
No,
area
the-
for
no gray
me.
area.
Like,
The answer is yes.
The
it's
It
more
remake.
nostalgia, if anything.
The new
remake's
It
pretty
remake
decent.
rules. I love that
I
movie for
didn't
sure.
actually see the second one.
The
I have
second
to
one
admit.
stinks. I
That's
think.
what's so funny
It
about it. It's like,
stinks.
the first one, I didn't even see the second one, so I can't.
First
say.
one was choice. Second one was way too campy, dude. It was just like
Right.
hater on fucking 10 the whole time. It's like, this is a little
Like,
much,
it's a
dude.
Stephen King movie. Stephen King's not making these movies. They're
No,
made
right.
by all kinds of different people, all different studios,
I
whatever.
said this on here one time before, but as we talked about before, nobody listens, so I'll just be
doesn't
reusing the material. Stephen King, they asked him one time, they're like, why don't you direct your own movies anymore? And his answer was like, did you see, what was the fucking...
Yeah.
Did you see Maximum Overdrive?
Did you see?
Oh, yeah.
He was right.
Because it was so terrible. I was like, oh fuck.
It's an indescribably terrible movie, bro.
So bad. I
It's
was like,
bad.
Emilio, what are you doing?
Yeah,
I forgot
dude.
he was in that. And I was
Oh,
like
yeah.
watching it like, oh.
It's thoroughly inappropriate. Dude, we should be watching Maximum Overdrive for, I can spoil at this point, the Halloween special. God damn it. It's almost got to be Maximum
Now
Overdrive,
that you
baby.
said it, I don't know that we can do it. No. I was
I don't
on
know,
the short
man.
list. dude.
promote
It's on the list.
something. No, promote something else, and then like Paul Rudd just macking me, just do maximum overdrive.
Yeah.
Just do maximum
Well played,
overdrive.
dude.
Anyway,
You guys are coming with all that. You're giving it all away. That's my whole list.
Did you say Mac Overdrive?
Ross has been...
We gotta match those
Just
movies
mash them up.
Mac and me overdrive, bro. Oh my god, that's the greatest plot of all time, dude.
but it's like a '70s blaxploitation movie.
Yes, and yeah, dude, that could also be the name of a fucking porn from the '70s. Dude. Mac and me, the overdrive. I mean, oh man, the play on words on that.
Let's write the soundtrack.
Oh, I'm shooting the whole video right here in the pod lounge. Dude.
Yeah.
We're making that fucking sequel right here.
Like every single like
Tapping out.
every reveal is met with like a motorcycle rev. Yeah,
Smacking Me Overdrive, the BDSM sequel, dude.
absolutely.
Be a banger.
Did you say Mac and Diddy Overdrive?
Dude, did you guys, I don't know if you guys are hearing about all this Diddy material. Did you hear about this baby oil thing where he got busted with like 1,000 bottles? Did you hear his
the baby
lawyer's
oil.
excuse?
No, what'd he say?
His lawyer comes out and he goes, yeah, P Diddy lives down the street from a Costco. You know, it's an incredible value. Preaching the values of Costco. And it's like, well, this guy's a fucking veteran,
That shit
dude.
on anything,
That's a
man.
savvy move, son.
Just saying.
No Chewbacca defense.
Shiny, bro. Just throw a little BB oil on there.
That's a preposterous amount of baby oil, dude.
Turn the AC off. You'll be fine.
That's a staggering amount of baby oil.
I'll bet you that whole house glistened. Like, it was shiny inside.
It's just
Like, you walk in and it looks like a dream. And you're like, what the fuck is going on
Have
here?
you guys ever seen that movie
Everything's
Get Him to
so
the Greek?
shiny.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he's running after him in the hallway. It looks just like when he's chasing his girlfriend.
there's
or whatever.
there's promo pictures from Get Him to the Greek where it's P Diddy and it's Jonah Hill and Russell Brand and it's just like this aged worse than anything ever.
It's funny though. I mean, how many motherfuckers do you think actually had Jeffries though? Because I'm pretty certain there's a shit ton of people that actually probably did. Me, no. Like,
Dude, Diddy was just
I was
having the
at all
most
Diddy's
innocent
parties,
fun. He was greasing up like an old school crocodile mile indoors.
using thousands of bottles of baby
He's just trying to like
oil.
reconnect with his childhood, dude. Just having a ball in there,
I'm
dude.
framed. It was crocodile mile.
We were drinking virgin daiquiris.
I actually got that prop. You guys in the studio doesn't have to get it. I got enough. We're good.
Holy
I
shit.
got all the baby oil you need.
Crocodile Mile, if you survived it, by the way, was awesome, dude.
That's everybody Crocodile Mile.
Dude, the baller ass move back in the day, the real Eva Knievel fucking Crocodile Mile shit was you put that on a downslope, dude. You get that bitch on the side of a hill. Just
fuck up and do it over a rock.
because Crocodile Mile in 10 feet and you got a broken neck, son.
Dude, we're gonna run it. We got this like hill down here that goes like to the pool. We're talking about running a slip and slide down this hill like to the pool, like ramping it up.
Why did you think
Crocodile Mile,
fucking water park back there?
Why did you
There
not-
should be like a mile long. Like
No, we're building the grotto back there. That's what it's called.
Set up a Crocodile Mile, lube it up with baby oil, and call it a Crocodiddy.
Yo, you want to come over and run the Crocodiddy, dude? We're setting up the Crocodiddy tonight.
What was that lawsuit movie about that water park where like 20 people died and people were busting their arms, dude? They set up some kind of half-ass man-made operation on
That's
that.
exactly what you need to build.
Lawsuit something. What the fuck?
Class Action Park.
Yes,
Class Action
It was
Park.
called Action Park, and the nickname got to just be called Class Action Park because it was the most dangerous shit. People were fucked up there for like years. It was over for like 30
Us just
years.
out in the backyard with a couple of 2x4s just roasted out of our mind, hammering a 30-pack of Bush going, no, bro, we got to build this higher. For sure, it's got to be higher.
Baby oil, dude. This Crocodile
Yeah,
Mile is not lubed correctly. This is against all ocean lube standards right now, dude.
We did that one time, now that I think about it, dude. Senior year, spring break in high school. We go down to Florida. We are shit-faced, obviously, right? So we're in this pretty nice resort. There's a water slide in the back, but they had turned it off for the night. So we're like, dude, we got to baby oil up and just go down this water slide. We're like,
You're making this up now.
I swear to God, dude.
We got a baby oil up.
we're like, it'll work, son. It'll work for sure. This is going to be awesome. Yeah.
For all the times when I was 15, hammered, and I looked at my boys and I was like, we got a baby oil up.
It's the one time in every
you
year.
uttered that phrase. You look around at the homies, the crew. Yo. We got a baby oil.
What was that movie with Burt Reynolds? Was that Boogie Nights where he's like covered in baby oil, but he's got his clothes on and shit. His boots are all like squishing around.
Boogie Nights is a legit
What do you think I slap on my
amazing
guitar
flick,
strings,
son.
dude?
There you go.
It's like
There you go.
hot licks,
You got
bro.
that finger ease. You got that inspiration.
How you do those smooth slides?
I don't think I've ever told
You play
you
slide
right
guitar
in
on
the
here?
middle.
You're like, nah, man, it's all baby oil.
Baby oil.
Jesus. Going back to
Did he just go, that shit
back in
sound
the day
fresh
when
as
you were
fuck.
like 15. Back when our old bands played together, Defiant and
Your
Dissonant.
guitars just smell like Johnson and Johnson.
Oh my god. They're wired with dick ups. Just fuck off, man. Back when Defiant Dissonant used to play, like when we were like younger. How old were you when you were in that band, by the way? Like ish.
20.
Okay, well, so we were younger. So if you have any idea like how fucking stupid I am still to this day in comparison, you guys were probably like, I don't know, doing normal-ish 18-year-old to 21-year-old stuff.
Well, half the band was 20. So like me, Scott, and Tony were 20,
Right.
and then the other three people, Jake, Ben, and AJ, were like in high school. They were like 16,
so that's who-
17.
that's probably who
they
we
were
knew.
still in high school at Rockford when I
right.
joined the band.
Well,
That's
so
crazy.
Like, in the meantime, like, so what were we doing like between shows? You guys were like probably practicing and like getting all these like choreographed moves together and shit. Like, we didn't do that because we were too busy going like, we were supposed to practice tonight, but you know what's on? Pimp My Ride. You know what would be funny to do instead? 2 hours later. We all have all of our shitty cars pulled up on my front yard in downtown Granville with the hoods lifted up and the car doors sprung out. Like, check out this 1990 Chevy Cavalier that's rusted out.
man.
And we're like blaring Exhibit and like with our shirts off, like people rolling by and we're like, yeah, like, boom, 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 like.
I'm still doing that now.
Got baby oil on the tires.
Yo, how you got that car
That fucking
fucking tight, son.
The only
That's all
property-
baby oil, talking that J&J's, son.
responsible for more douchey cars was Fast and Furious. Do you remember the scourge of big mufflers on shitty cars during the Fast and Furious days, dude?
Oh, man.
Every asshole and their brother with like a 92 Grand Am and 2 big ass cans on the back for no apparent reason, dude. Just living their life a quarter mile at a time. Just flying around.
We used to
Civic.
we used to
Your fucking goddamn Volkswagen, dude. The black fucking. You still got it? What happened to that fucking thing, dude?
The black one?
Yeah, that
Man,
black
I've
one,
had so
92
many.
or something. That's what
you
I
have.
remember you having, dude.
I think, yeah, I don't
That
remember
Jetta?
what happened in that one. I think I sold it,
Okay.
but it was like barely running. It played its course, and I was like,
I release you
go.
from my service.
I gifted it to someone else. You know,
Some other poor bastard.
gifted it.
I think it was a repo lot. But
Someday all of us will be yours.
I think I crashed it and left it in like a Carrabba's parking lot.
Yeah, I got you in Carrabba's.
It was just going one day, and I was like, cool, I got a letter like 3 months later that was like, your car's here, it's like $2,500 to get it out. And I was like, keep it, bro. It's all you.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. And a Carrabba's fucking.
The door didn't even shut.
Smashing the jet after the
I
2-for-1 margarita night at Carrabba's.
All the way to the machine shop.
Those jalapeno poppers.
Isn't a machine shop in
It's in
Flint?
Flint. Yeah.
All the way there with the door, and those things had like this fucking speaker, like a little speaker you could plug in that would be like, like that's what it just repeated. Yeah, she knows. She knows. It's a real thing.
Yeah, she had the
It's a
Jetta,
real thing.
yeah.
Totally went off the whole time, so I'd have to listen to the music really loud, like, kind of drown it out, or like just have really loud conversation. Like,
No wonder you're always turning your amp up. Jesus Christ.
I lost all that high end in my hearing. All those years of like, yeah, from playing the drums, no, man, the Jetta.
fucking frequency over.
Strangely enough, all the riffs you bring, now that I'm thinking about it, they all start.
I can't get it out of my head. It's driving me crazy.
Now you know my secret.
I can't sleep at night.
Right?
It's
No,
still
you
in
know who
there.
actually fixed that was Jason Wood. He
Fixed a car?
Yeah, he was like, all you gotta do is pull this like fuse out.
Oh, I believe that he knows that shit.
Because he had the same
Yeah.
car. And he was like, yeah, just pull that shit
Oh,
out.
was that the one that he would break down and he'd like move it 12 more feet down the road just to avoid another accident?
Go to the next spot. And you wait for that guy to pull out. And
I specifically remember dropping him off at the car after practice because he had to move it, and he literally went glunk and then got back in the car with me.
I
And
mean,
was like,
it definitely didn't solve the problem. If I took too hard of a right, you might fall out. I mean, the door would swing open.
man.
And that was always made it interesting, too. Like in the daytime, when like, people are in the left turn lane, and you're like, oh, hey, let me shut my door real quick. Because I'm sure you see that every
you could
day.
have been rolling around East Grand Rapids and been like, do you have any gray poupon?
Luckily, it never popped open in front of a cop or something. Oh, man.
Just taking out dudes on e-bikes accidentally.
That would have been
accidentally
hot
fucking
red blues
blame it
real
on. I'm
quick.
sorry, I don't know how to have my door.
Got him. Six.
This motherfucker going half Jeep mode. Like, nah, dude.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
I mean, 1 out of 4 isn't bad. You know?
I don't remember that. I thought that was like the Jetta. That's the one I remember.
It
you had
was,
for
yeah.
a-
It was the black
Yeah,
Jetta.
that black
and then
one.
I got like a
Any
like
employees
a
of Grand
newer
Rapids Carrabba's?
silver one.
If you remember a black Jetta,
Please leave a comment.
I'm gonna say,
forward yeah, and like this video.
I'm gonna get like a $20,000 bill. Like fuck, it's still there.
It's still in that spot. All broken go.
Some dude,
It's on bricks.
Fucking radio still there. No one wanted that stock.
It's a
piece of
fucking
shit.
spirit Halloween now. Like, it's just
Jetta itself is a literal spirit Halloween. There's some clerk in there selling masks.
there's a
and that's when we cross the
I think I get my
threshold.
costume through.
To bring it around, that's when we add the 8th member, the rusted Jetta, and we have to wear masks.
Yeah.
I guess we know what our banner is going to be now.
I guess we got
Rusted out Jetta and the Carrabba's.
with the driver's door
Funny enough,
swung open.
that's actually the back album cover. Close enough, actually.
It should have been on this album. We just
It
did
is.
it.
There's a busted out car in front of like a fucked up building. It's
should have been a
actually
Jetta.
Oh, that's
York-
hilarious. It should have been a Jetta. You got that was a missed opportunity.
We did.
fellas.
We fucked that
You
one
fucked
up.
that one up, dude.
inside joke.
Should have been that black Jetta, rusted out.
The thing was rad
It
though.
was that, so I remember.
It was a
you
tank,
had it,
man.
I
It
thought you
just
had
kept
a long
kicking.
time. I remember you having it.
I had it forever, dude. And it just kept on kicking. I literally
dude.
smashed it like over. It was like one of those lanes that like turns into a parking lot. Like you have to make an abrupt right, and you're supposed to slow down. Well, I didn't.
There's no brakes that work.
I was like, yeah, right. Yeah, right. This isn't happening.
Like,
So
I'm
you
not
just
trying to frisbee this door into the next McDonald's here.
full
Like,
on Bo Luke that shit and be like, and it was done. The closest thing was a Carrabba's parking lot, and I was like, cool. Call my buddy, and he came and picked me up.
Dude, we released this episode, the disgraced Carrabba's manager has been haunted by this fucking anonymous bastard that got him canned from there years ago. He's unshaven. He's got a problem with alcoholism. He's got a wife beater on. He's got newspaper clippings in the store pasted up everywhere. He's going, God damn it, if I ever catch the punk son of a bitch.
Right?
I fucked up my Carrabba's.
he's the janitor for the Nirvana video.
Yeah.
It's him.
I took a star away. Oops. Sorry.
I was on my way to regional manager of 92.
But I only got 3.5 stars. I needed a 4 minimum.
It's like Steve Buscemi and Billy Madison.
Crosses him off the list.
Got the lipstick on.
Did I just mark myself? I'm gonna get a phone call soon.
Wouldn't that be a great segment? Like now, just call up somebody you used to bully and apologize in hopes that they don't Buscemi you.
I never bullied
I know I never bullied anybody.
But like, no, because everybody can think of at least like
It's
one person where
probably
you
a
were
lie.
like, nah,
I kind of a
great
dick
too.
too. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Indeed.
You know,
All right, let's
might have
do
been
it.
bullied.
Who's got a phone? Let's go. We'll get deep. Hey, remember me?
It's been like 35 years.
I know it's 10 o'clock on a Friday. I said a couple of weird things to you in high school. I'm really sorry, man. Also, you're on a podcast right now. 37 people are going to listen to it.
I think it's time to call Mickers.
There you go.
So how are you?
How you doing,
How you
man?
been, man? How's things going for you? What's going on?
Yep.
Not doing it. I'll just
I'm
just
doing it.
take the bullet. Fuck it.
Indeed. Let's take that out to my grave. You had to FaceTime him. You're gonna get him on face. Get him on. We had it set up where you fucking pull him up on the thing, but
Hello?
Is this Mike McNally?
Yes.
Mike, you may not remember me. My name is Mike Hafer. We went to high school together. I'm just calling because, looking back, I did some things to you that weren't really that nice. And I feel really bad about it, and I was hoping you might find the space in your heart to forgive me.
I'll take you off the list.
He knows this well played. I swear to God, I didn't even plan that. Oh my
I
God.
wonder why we play in a band together. That's it. That's how we write songs. You guys just saw it. That's how it happens.
that's hilarious.
Thanks, Mick.
No, I hung up on him. I still pick on him.
He's very confused.
He knows exactly what the fuck's happening. He does now, anyway. He's like, I'm gonna be on there. Fuck.
I didn't want to come this time. Fuck those guys.
Still rope-a-dope in there. Give him that rope-a-dope.
I think I'm spent. I know when I've come too much. I think that was it.
That was the end of the road.
Depleted.
Yeah, indeed. No, it's
Give
probably.
this man a bottle of baby
about
oil.
Somebody look this guy up. All right, let's wrap it up then. That's fucking.
Yeah.
That's a good way to fucking.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
This
Yeah,
was
boys, this is a
fun.
good time.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace.